Hey everybody! The holiday season's over, kinda, I guess, and we're back with D&D. Hooray!
Yeah.
Hooray!
Hooray, the cursed month is over.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, December is always a pain in the butt for this sort of stuff. Most of the work on my kitchen is done. We're renovating the kitchen, and that has meant noises and stuff, which also has gotten in the way of me actually planning and writing stuff. So it's distracted me basically. When we left off last time, however, because I think we do need a refresher for all of us, including me. Uh, you had the party had just gotten to the temple of Mortis and had gone through it. Had reached the vault, the vault, which was being guarded by a bunch of guardians from Terra that were devotees of Terra. Basically, they were treants. Uh, and apparently Terra and Mortis had come to an arrangement at this temple at some point in the past, which was hinted at upstairs before that. At any rate, you were informed. There were a bunch of artifacts. Assuming that there are a couple of things happened. The important bit is that you were told of powerful magic artifact that probably could be used to power the protective barrier, which was probably off to the north somewhere, where there was a mage's college at one point that probably that did have some powerful magical artifacts that could be used to power the barrier, which was the barrier around the temple that was keeping the undead away, which is currently slowly failing,
Dwindling.
Yeah. And yeah, and there were some artifacts and of Mortis, and Kali has been told she can borrow to them if she's willing to undergo the trial of Mortis.
Which she very much was.
Yes,
so.
and she has chosen the shield and the circlet.
Yes, we decided that the shield should go to me.
Yep,
and that we decided that I believe the scythe, I think it was.
Yeah, the third artifact was the scythe. Yes.
Was probably not going to be best utilized between the remainders. So,
all right, yes. The circlet, basically, the important note about the circlet is it makes the wearer immune to mind control effects. I do not remember beyond the. It's a magic shield. I forget what it did. Something. Oh, right. It created an aura of protection from undead around the wearer. It's like a 10-foot radius around the wielder of the shield. Everyone in the area gets +1 protection against undead. So anything affecting basically affects it's protection from good or evil, except from undead. Also, it's a +1 shield. There might be other effects to them because they are artifacts, but you don't know how to use them yet.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I think the circlet might also give a +1 to saving throws in general, according to my notes. Yeah, that's what it does.
Okay, well, I forget. Maybe Ash can enlighten us if we decided who should be holding the circlet.
I don't think we actually decided that.
I don't think we came to a conclusion about that.
There was some discussion about that. Glix thinks it'll look awesome around his hat brim.
Okay, so other than Glix,
What? You really want me teleporting around stabbing people? I mean stabbing you guys?
It's not Cameron. That's obvious. That's probably doesn't. The problem is that Cameron's character portrait does not support a circlet. They didn't make that asset, so we can't.
No. It's just the Vieira thing. It's totally there. You just can't see it.
The thing is that Cameron has a haircut that doesn't support neck slot items on the character builder, It doesn't. I mean, it wouldn't in any way interfere with a necklace or whatever. But for some reason, they're just not compatible, and there's nothing you can do about it. So.
Mesh clipping nullifies the effects of magic items. This is a common thing in the DMG2 that is not published yet.
Okay.
Oh dear.
I don't really get that one.
Just the neck going into the necklace model. The joke being
okay. It clips through.
yeah, it nullifies the effects. That's obviously how it works.
Yeah, indeed. Yes. Oh, okay. But
Artifacts require a properly functioning visual engine.
I might take a look at people's character sheets.
Strictly speaking, Engineer's probably the one who needs it the least because he's got the highest wisdom, and that's usually what is used for mind control things.
Cameron has a negative to wisdom, so that's part of it.
I feel like if we look at it from a pragmatic perspective, I feel like either Cameron or Cito would be the best utilizers of it. At least for the moment. Because both of us are rather ranged intensive and support the party in differing ways. And having support cut off is bad.
Yes.
Yeah, I would say that's reasonable. That is a reasonable thing.
Of the two, I'd say Cameron because he's got more damage potential also. So like, that's a twofer. Like that if you're going to mind control someone, get the support character that also hurts shit.
See what Cito does with her dagger?
This dagger has no chill. It only knows how to crit.
Also, it also has no chill. Yeah.
mind control Cameron with action surge. Ooh, that's a resource burn off there.
Yeah.
That'd be bad.
That's a that's. I'm looking at
and blowing your second wind, although that might be okay.
I mean, if you want to be a real jerk, he's at full health. Use second wind. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah. It's like
full health, second wind, action surge. Fuck you.
Oh, it's all burned up. Sorry.
Surge, go sit in the corner. Think about what you did.
All right, but Cameron will just kind of go with whatever everyone else is feeling when it comes to that. He's probably looking at any like of the architecture, other related things, taking notes as necessary. So he hasn't been putting out any sort of expression of hard interest. It's just it's around.
All right, so one other important note that happened at the end of last session was as you emerged from the temple, you encountered a what is very clearly a Fey noble who apparently knows Glix somehow.
Right.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Completely forgot about that. Yeah.
And said that Granny was aware of things and was keeping an eye on things. And good to see you again, Glix. And we'll be seeing each other again in the future at some point. Bye-bye. And fucked off.
I don't know what's going on either. Let's move on. Let's go to the desert. Here, the Caliphate's nice this time of year.
Yeah, let's completely forget about that. It's fine.
That did nothing important happened there. It's just some random elf that Glix knew.
It's not a big deal. It's just I beat him at a game of cards once. He likes fucking with me. Let's go to the Caliphate. Deserts are nice.
I need to figure out a way to actually make a magic shield in D&D Beyond. Damn it.
At any rate, so I believe that Cito was going to do a skywriting thing to warn the villages about the fact that there's an undead army.
I think she already did.
Okay, yeah, I think we did that at the end of the session. I just don't remember.
Yeah.
I'm just sort of going over things that happened.
Yeah.
So to do a shield +1, go to manage inventory, and in the filter put shield. Go. You're gonna want to load more, and then shield +1 is one of the options there.
Okay, so if I go down, shield +1. Okay,
Hooray!
there we go.
And then you can add some custom stuff on top of that afterwards.
Right.
But at any rate, so you currently now, so your plan is now, I guess, to try to head to the mages college, or the former mages college.
Yeah. Nerd City. We're going to Nerd City.
I mean, technically speaking, sure. All right, so the immediate area is on the plus side. Most of the undead army was off to the south and mostly to the south of you guys, so that you shouldn't be running into too much undead on the way north, at least in theory. Unless the undead army is much, much bigger than you guys think it is, than it seemed to be, and is much, much more all over the place.
Which is entirely possible.
Yeah, true, technically. But you have a rough location of it. Your maps have been updated slightly, as well as they can be, given that the information you had that was available in the temple is a little out of date.
Just a touch.
Understandable.
Landmarks, still landmarks.
Some of the there probably are some landmarks that are still actually visible. Yes. Anyway, you head off to the north. Da-da-da!
And stuff.
Yes.
Your map with like line going across it.
Yeah.
Here's a good way to check for undead. Let's fast travel. Can't fast travel through enemies nearby.
I was gonna say another option is to do the Troika method of just making camp for the night, and we'll just get randomly attacked by enemies and wake up in the middle of the night.
I mean that technically is a CRPG staple from the 80s and 90s.
Oh sure, Temple of Unbelievable is hilarious in how it does it.
I mean, hell, it's an old tabletop RPG trope, honestly.
But yes.
But yes. Unfortunately, Eric, you've forgotten that there is no fast traveling on this island. You haven't unlocked all the fast travel points. Sorry.
God damn it. Okay.
Yeah, you can only fast travel to locations you've been to. You know.
And we need to teach a flying capable Pokemon HMO too. So.
So you have to go on foot. Sorry.
Oh well.
Here we go.
So
on foot, you say?
We haven't downloaded that mod yet.
On land locomotive.
Yes. On foot equivalents.
Rise and stairs.
Cito's got a foot. It's just like a gastropod's foot.
Not exactly.
Just for that, like this
Lynx has a foot. It's in his mouth.
This is we enter the part of the forest with a rather unusual phenomenon: natural forming stairs of all sorts.
It's just all stairs. It's all stairs somehow. Just somehow.
Everything
all
grows
stairs.
in right angles.
We've wandered into MC Escher pocket dimension.
Yes.
Damn it! I was going to say that.
Yeah.
There are no smiles to be found here.
It's just next to the dimension, to the regions that are characterized by Goebel and Bach.
Goebel or Gerbil? I don't know. Anyways.
No, it's Goebel. It's Goebel specifically for the reference that Nick's making.
Got it.
That's gonna be my big nerd reference, I think, for the day. I'm not gonna top that one.
Not with that attitude.
Anyways, so you set off north into the forest. Well, I would like someone to give me a roll of some sort for navigation.
Me. I'm the only one who knows how to do this.
Yeah,
I'm aware.
I don't know where I'm
What?
going.
Can I try to deceive the forest into letting us go?
You can try.
Yeah,
My perception isn't terrible.
most I can offer is a +1 on anything that'd be relevant. So
So perception with advantage, maybe.
If you would like to, if that's what you think, would you like? You've got a map? Sure. Perception with advantage sounds. That's fine. Sure.
Map and the tools for.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
Using it.
you've got a compass
Oh,
and
yeah.
sextant.
No, you
Yeah.
definitely have advantage. You could go with perception. You could go with. I guess you could go with survival.
Yeah.
They're the same, so either works.
Yeah, fine. Pick. Use whichever you like.
All right, so shift.
I'm going to default to ride.
16. All right. Eric, we are not playing that system. Sorry, we're not playing. We're not playing West End Game Star Wars. Which, despite that,
Go
was
to
not.
the skill web.
It was a,
Second edition Shadowrun. Woo!
oh God, no! Please, no. Anywho, you head north, and the map seems to be leading you on reasonably well. Honestly, your travel to the north, it looks like, according to the map, it'll be about a day and a half, maybe 2 days, depending on how overgrown the trail, the pathways are. Sort of, you were allocating about a day and a half, knowing that it is going to be overgrown due to the fact that it's been a long freaking time since the maps you saw back then were made. So it's not going to be as easy travel as it should be, but it very well could be like 2 full days. You will see. And you set out. And your first day of travel is honestly, mostly uneventful. There is no sign of any undead army to the north. You can hear noises of the army off to the south somewhere. But nothing undead to the north. It seems to be, everything seems to be, hunky-dory, as it were. Well, as hunky-dory as it gets here. There are signs of, large carnivorous lizards and such in the area. And, also, the other thing you notice, you go a bit further north, is it does seem to be getting very slightly cooler and less humid.
Hooray!
Unless the trees are getting a bit less jungle-like.
No.
The terrain is
Pine
changing
trees?
slightly.
Let's see here. So it's like Cameron just checks around, checks the style of the trees a little bit as they go along, and stands by, looks like, wow. It's like, if I didn't know any better, I'd say we're suddenly getting to slightly more deciduous territory here.
They don't look very tasty to me.
I don't think anything can be added there, Peter. Let's just
No.
keep going.
There's no adding to that.
Everybody just shakes their head and they're like, "Let's go."
We give up. Nope. Glix. Denial mode. Got it. Mind
Also,
you,
like third grade education.
fair.
Yeah, it's
Also
like
true.
dumb or denial. You decide.
Possibly both.
It's like you don't understand. It's not they that are delicious. It's you that's delicious. What? Nothing. Anyways,
But yeah, most of the large animals seem to be giving you guys a bit of a wide berth. Like things will occasionally stroll across your path, but it's mostly sort of herbivores that seem a bit too dumb to really care, or see. Either they're sort of the dim ones, but they're also generally like large herbivores that are like, oh, eh. They're not in sort of territorial mode, so like it's not like they're like it's like you're running into there's nothing for them to be defending or anything like that. So they're mostly like, okay, are these things looking predatory? No, fine, whatever. Who cares? They are small. They are smaller
We've run
than
into
items.
that pattern a lot here, I've noticed.
Well, you
Is
don't
food?
really.
No. Is threat? No. Is need to protect eggs? No. Whatever.
Yeah, I mean, well, Well, if you act at all threatening, near like a watering hole, maybe they might respond. But like, or if you run into something particularly ornery, like a triceratops.
Craft a very pointedly worded insult delivered in a calm and precise manner. It would have no effect.
But yeah, assuming that triceratops, I'm running under the assumption that triceratops act a bit like, say, rhinos, which are, very territorial and ornery. It's like, but most of the sauropods are like, whatever. They're herd animals, so like.
Right.
So yeah, like a small pod of like large sauropods goes wandering across the trail in front of you. It's like, okay, those are very large. Also, like, they're large up to the point where they look at you are so not a threat. At least as far as they can tell. Like, yeah, you guys are, as player characters, yes, you would be, but at any rate, you do continue on. And the most difficult thing comes up is you have to ford a stream here or there, but you guys have the survival skills to do that. Honestly, I'm not going to make you roll for it because none of them are particularly dangerous at the moment. You've not gotten to the interesting bits, basically, is my point. But
I imagine fording a stream comes a bit easy for me.
What? No. Honestly,
just jump over.
So how did you lose? How did you lose the great and stunning Ceto the Bard? She drowned.
Excuse me?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, I know. Listen, that's what happens. That's what happens on the Oregon Trail. Doesn't matter if you're disposed to win. The dice can just screw you over. It's like
I'm never going to forget that one time where I forded 10 inches of water and the wagon broke and 4 people drowned, including the wagon master. That was That was the shortest game of Oregon Trail I ever played in my life.
It's like what is your person's main feature? They can breathe underwater. Well, about that. Anyways,
at any rate, so it rolls on towards nighttime, and you should try to find yourself somewhere to camp for the night. I would like a survival/perception roll from everybody in the party.
Hey, it's the same either way.
Hell. I only rolled a 19.
Well, Injure crit on the roll. Would it crit if critting a skill roll really mattered?
Rolled over 20.
Yeah, Injure gets a 23, Cameron gets a 19, Glix gets an 18, Kalia 6, and Ceto 13. That's a good enough set of rolls across the party that you find a very nice campsite, actually.
You found the Holiday Inn.
Yeah, well, basically, between the lot of you, you find what looks like the ideal camp spot in the forest. Like, it's a nice clearing, not too many trees. There's an area you can sit in. There are rocks in there you could build a fire pit with. There's access to what looks like a spring. It looks like a pool of spring water nearby. No big predators seem to be lurking. You don't find tracks of large predators in the area.
Yeah, I'm just looking at a Holiday Inn. You can do better than that. Come on, stop aiming so low.
But yeah, it is a bordering on suspiciously nice campsite.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is starting to smell. We should probably look for another one.
Yeah, you go do that.
Well, Glix, I got 2 things to propose to you. Number 1, if this is a trap, then I assume that whoever set it up has sabotaged any other camping sites nearby to make them intentionally dangerous as a counter trap. And secondarily, if it is a trap, might as well get comfortable before the trap is sprung,
Ida presents her counterpoint by going in the middle of it and just flopping down.
I mean, you flop everywhere already.
No, I don't.
Sorry, you undulate.
But the Cameron sort of makes that point to Glix. It's like, listen, what's the worst that can happen? I mean, go ahead. I'm listening.
You could all be eaten by monsters.
Come on, think worse than that, Glix. It's not nearly.
Perhaps
Carried
that
off
elf-
by fairies.
Oh, perhaps that elf that you were talking to is what you're so worried about.
What
Blake?
elf? There's no elf. There's no elf.
Uh-huh. Shut up and enjoy the campsite.
Here. If it makes you feel any better, I could just swindle you out of all your money, so you don't have to worry about losing anything when you die.
Ridiculous. You take your money with you when you die. How else are you supposed to pay your way across the river and buy your house in the afterlife, huh?
Obviously.
That's why you need to get rich now.
Obviously, that's what the e-pass card you get issued is for, you know?
Kalia just shakes her head. Oh dear.
It's like the subway system. You get your e-pass card, you just tap it on the terminal, and then you just get to go through. Easy.
Yeah, but you have to buy the e-pass card and put money on it.
Why are you acting like you even know what an e-pass card is?
I've been hanging out with you for this long. I think I can figure it out by now.
That's a very valid point.
Cameron talks about the e-pass card all the time.
Listen, if there was one thing that Cameron would focus on educating Glix about, it'd be how all the theme parks in his time worked.
That's the F-pass. Or also known colloquially as the get effed pass once you try to actually use it for anything. That is listen, all Cameron's gonna do is just continue to try to convince Glix that money is fake. That's his main goal of this whole thing.
Oh, geez, that reminds me of the Australian MRE thing that came with this universal, like, every utensil that was labeled the Fred, the field ration eating device, and it was so stupid that a lot of Australian, like, enlistees and whatnot would refer to it as the fucking ridiculous eating device.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. But,
So, you set up camp.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We want to do a watch schedule.
If you would like, that's fine.
all right. Let's flip it here. Okay. So
Middle of the
Cameron's
night, dark vision.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cameron's either first or last watch.
Yep. I ain't taking middle of the night because I ain't gonna see shit. So I'll take first watch.
Okay.
All right, Cameron's on last watch then.
All right. And
Question
who's-
is whether
And Team
Yeah,
Dark Vision in the middle of the night. Gotcha.
and what is Cito doing?
Tito's middle of the night.
Well, there are you putting all three people in the middle of the night?
Yeah.
So
Okay,
Yeah,
that's fine.
I declared that before anyone else.
Okay, that's fine.
Well, yeah. So that means there's one person in the first watch, three in the middle, and one at the end.
All right.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
All right. So
In
during
fairness, my perception is only middling.
that's also fair. So
Yeah, fine.
first watch during the first part of the evening, Kalia is there keeping an eye on things. Kalia,
Mhm.
I would
Yes.
first like a perception roll from you.
Okay. This is gonna be great.
I know it is.
It's gonna be just fine. Boop.
A 3.
It's
Mighty.
gonna be just fine.
All right.
Look, I got it all on my mind right now.
Yeah, you
okay?
do. Actually, so part of the reason I actually have a good reason for why you didn't roll very well, because you've been very distracted by something that happens actually. As you were sort of doing your watch thing during the night, during the first watch, you are somewhat thrown off guard by the fact that the fire, the little campfire that you've got going, at one point sort of, and no one else seems to react to this. No one's like, the fire flares up into almost like it's like a sort of, it just flares up into this towering sort of tower of fire almost. And you can see what looks like it basically does that. It sort of flares up not to a tower, sort of more of a ring of fire. And in the middle, you can sort of see what looks like the little flames forming what looks like a... It sort of forms like an image of a building. Sort of vaguely... It has sort of a... To you, it has sort of an academic feel to it to a certain degree. But it very much looks like it's not just that the buildings are the image is made out of flames. It gives the impression that the entire thing is set ablaze.
Okay.
And you can hear what sounds like screams of madness and terror. And then at the end, you get this image of a singular burning eye glaring at you. And then the image disappears.
Huh.
And the campfire returns to normal.
So when this happens, am I the only one who's awake? Okay.
Yes.
Should I? Was that for me
Nope.
as the goblin in the group?
Nope.
Did you accidentally pick up my call?
This was. I will say this. It happened while Kalia was awake, and Kalia was the only one awake.
Is this your call to adventure?
Mm-hmm. Okay, the
Look,
Academy's on
Shivshank, we've been
fire.
trying to reach you about your extended warranty.
The Academy is on fire, and I get the impression of a single eye glaring at me. Was there did it show up visually, or did I just
It kinda. It's
Okay.
It's like you got the impression of an eye, but it's sort of hard to tell. It's all made of images made of flame and such.
Okay.
Like
okay, I get what you mean. Like if someone were to interpret it from not my somehow attached to this emotionally / spiritually / whatever
Right.
level, then they might not have seen an eye, but I felt one.
Exactly.
I got
Yes. Correct.
Okay. All right, that's reassuring.
Like you're thinking out. It's like, strictly speaking, visually, it looked like a big thing of fire. It's hard to make it, but you got it's sort of like, but you could see more than you think you should have been able to see.
Okay. Yeah, that's all right. I guess contemplate this while it's my shift.
Yes.
So
As I said, there's a reason. There's actually a good narrative reason why you rolled a 3. It turns out.
Okay, well then. I'm distracted. Okay.
All right. And with that, at some point, your shift ends as the trio, the mid-watch people wake up, and they find Kalia seeming somewhat distracted. So you don't really notice the fact that they're awake and are taking over the watch yet.
Oh, okay.
That is also a result of you rolling a 3 on your perception roll.
Alia, wake up.
Ah.
Go to bed.
Oh, I apologize. Yes.
And she just kind of looks at her like, everything all right? You see anything during the night?
Yes and no. I have something that I need to contemplate. I will leave you to it.
She just kind of shrugs like, all right.
All right, Angier. I'll deal. Comes out with a pack of cards.
Let's see how well Injir holds up against the swindle.
This is. I'm not gonna lie. I knew this was going to happen, and so did Injir. Part of the plan was for Injir to separate Cameron and Glix from the watch after what happened the last time.
It wasn't our fault what happened last time. Okay.
I'd forgotten that.
To be fair, combining two powerful chaotic entities like Glix and Cameron together on the same watch is guaranteed to cause something to explode.
Yeah.
Cameron, chaotic? What?
All right, so your watch goes on. You can all give me a perception roll, and anything else you want to do, you're welcome to do. But I do need a perception roll from each of you. Cedar rolls 21.
I see everything.
Injure gives me a 15, and Glix rolled a persuasion roll for some reason.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was the wrong button. They're right next to each other. My bad.
Yeah, I'm like, persuasion.
Just really focusing on this.
And perception 3. Gotcha.
So
We've been trying to reach you about your extended warranty.
So not only does Cedo perceive all of the external threats, Cedo perceives the internal threats and how absolutely not threatening they are. You dropped a card.
Yes, dropped.
Yes, a card.
Injir is waking up to spot some of Glix's fancy shuffles.
Basically, Cedo is like watching Glix's every move and has been around him long enough to kind of know what he does at this
Here,
point.
have some mushrooms.
What?
Here, have some mushrooms.
Why would I eat this?
Because they're delicious. And they let you see God.
I've already had a vision, thank you.
Well, now you can have more. And having seen him once, now you can punch him and take his wallet.
1, I didn't see a god. 2, I don't need these to have visions. Thank you. But no.
Okay, just be a buzzkill then.
Cedo spends the rest of the evening calling out every single one of Glix's sleight of hands.
Well, I mean,
Basically protecting Injir by proxy of calling his shit.
The point is to get you guys good enough that you can spot it. Clearly, you don't need more lessons. Injir, however...
Is that the bomb that soothes your ego this evening?
I don't know what explosives have to do with this.
Yes. Tiger Bomb.
By the way, Eric, if you would like to roll sleight of hand for all of this, you may do so.
You were saying.
Yeah, that's why I had even beats out the 21 perception.
Yeah.
So
Alright, so Glix has a few things that he manages to squeak by, but most get called.
He's basically laying out traps for you so you miss other shit.
I mean,
By the
I would
way,
like to
Eric,
think that
I would like you to. By the way, Eric, I would like you to give me a Arcana roll. Actually,
I was gonna say
you
I like
get
to read
advantage
that
on
as-
this. By the way,
I was like,
Oh, and well, that was really good, but I'll just roll it again, see if I get better.
yeah, I like to think that
Okay.
like Glix was baiting things with certain sleight of hands.
Oh,
to make
almost
other
certainly.
sleight of hands.
All right. So yes,
Yes.
as you're going on, Eric, Glix noted. Glix, you are getting a very strange sort of. Normally, I don't know if the Arcana skill normally allows for this, but I don't give a flying fuck because it used to. I like it for this. You are definitely noticing sort of. There's definitely something odd about the campfire. Like there's so you're sort of noticing sort of elements of some sort of magic about it that shouldn't be there and is very clearly not done by anybody here.
Huh.
But you're not sure what type of magic it is. And it's very faint.
I mean, it's possible Kalia was staring at the fire when you caught her, so.
Any of you guys can, like, tell magic or anything? There's something weird about the fire. And I'm pretty sure it's not my mushrooms.
Cedo will pause her vigil for the moment. And what is it about the fire that concerns you so?
I don't know. It feels weird. I think there's some magic involved. And like I said, it's not the mushrooms.
Why not?
Detect magic, excellent.
That is a ritual, isn't it? You spend 10 minutes just to do it.
I think Detect Magic can be cast as a ritual.
Well, it says
Sure.
casting time 1 action.
It does have the ritual icon, so yes.
Sweet.
Yes. So
You may cast it as a ritual. Excellent. All right, so you do so. Yep, there is definitely a magical aura around the fire, and it is definitely divine magic of some sort. Trying to think of. It seems to be a combination of divination and illusion to some degree.
That tracks.
Yes, actually, I rather hoped it would. It is very faint though. It's hard to get much about it beyond that. It's mostly it's like there's a sort of residual magic from whatever was done to it. That is gone, but there's definitely some there.
Does there seem to be like a trail to the point of origin at all?
Oh no.
All right.
No, there. It is. I'll put it this way: you get the very distinct impression that you literally can detect no origin whatsoever. Now that might just be because the spell itself's long gone or what have you. You're not sure, but like you got no idea where the spell came from.
All right. Well, there certainly seems to be something here.
Oh, right?
While they're
Like,
messing with the fire, engineers keeping a lookout.
Yep.
On the outside.
Right.
I was gonna say, and just keep a lookout on the cards.
Well, I will say flatly, yeah, nothing really seems to be bothering the campsite.
I mean, what could it be unless it was... Now we're talking about explosives and Glixorn's recover.
Ito does not.
Nothing.
Is it evocation magic? Is it going to explode? Did it already explode?
I'm going to assume that.
At a guess.
Was it ever even there to begin with?
At a guess, I suspect this to be a projection. Someone or something attempting to project information using the fire as the vehicle for the information. Whether it was an active spell cast or lingering magics from some time ago, I could not say.
What, like, they're trying to, like, show visions in the fire or something?
Effectively.
I used to know a guy that did that. He ate way too many mushrooms.
I'm also thinking of another notion on the side here that like Glix is doing all this while hiding behind Cameron's body.
Oh, absolutely.
It's like die for cover, but it's hide behind the safest thing I know, this person's body.
I mean, Kalia's not wearing armor, so next best bet is Cameron.
Dina will take note of this and the fact that, Kalia was rather transfixed by the fire upon waking up. So there's some 1+1 going on in her head. She'll plan to talk to Kalia once Kalia awakens.
All right. Other than that, nothing else seems to happen of note on, at least as far from my end as the GM during the second shift.
Okay.
And with that, it is time for the morning shift.
Mm-hmm.
Cameron. Sorry, go ahead.
As the shift ends, Ingier kind of like frowns, puts a couple coins down in front of Glix, having obviously lost something during the night.
Lost something. It may not have been the game, but it was something.
Yeah. Lost during the game. Like, damn it, whatever.
But you gained insight now this shit works, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So really, Injure won.
Yeah. Now you can spot it when some other asshole tries to steal your money.
Now give me your money.
I mean, it just cost of the lesson, really.
I'm doing you a favor giving you this kind of rate.
You're just grumbles. He's like, oh, I got snookered.
It could have been worse.
It could have been worse.
Hey, loan me 50 gold. I've only got 40 gold. All right, well, give me the 40 and you owe me 10.
All right.
Anyways,
so
it is morning shift.
Yeah. So does anything? Well, does anyone say anything to Cameron on the shift transition or no?
Sita will mention that the fire does seem to be exhibiting some kind of projective properties that seem to be consistent with what Kalia was experiencing earlier. So if you experience something similar, don't stress about it too much. Just take notes.
Yeah, just watch out, and don't eat any mushrooms, because the fire's doing weird shit.
I mean, why would you take mushrooms? You can get something that's synthesized and more purified if you want to get a high.
There's much fewer side effects to worry about, and the regulation's really good. And
yeah, man. I mean, like, listen, you just go to this. You go to this. Next time we can just go to the dispensary. You know, they have the accreditation and the scientific backing to make sure that you can have any specific high that you want, minimal hangover, and you can actually get it flavored the way you want as well.
Oh, I'm sorry if I don't know, like, an entire school full of alchemists, so I got to do it the old-fashioned way.
I assume they're not even boysenberry flavored, are they?
Why would I want poison berries?
No, boysenberry. There's Lingonberry is also pretty good too, I guess. Anyway, thanks for the heads up, Cito. I'll keep an eye out for it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Skitch, you may give me a perception roll for the morning shift.
Okay, I'm going to assume the camera's going to be doing a bad job at this, mostly because he's going to be looking through his notes and for some reason deciding to reminisce by looking over notes from during his time in classes and catching like little things that were jotted by his peers at the time and just staring at those notes quite a bit, as opposed to being really aggressive. So yeah, his poor perception is mostly because since there's no one to talk to right now, all he is left to is his thoughts and memories. So
sobering.
Well, on the plus side, nothing really bad seems to happen during the night. So you were not attacked by dinosaurs or insects or undead or
insurance salespeople.
No undead. No insurance people attack you. Nope. You are not harangued by the mafia. Pterodons do not swoop down and attack you.
Yeah, but when the others wake up,
but it is morning. Yeah, basically, you have an uneventful morning. Honestly.
Yeah, when the others wake up, Cameron's just gonna be sitting kind of where he would be taking watch, but it's clear that he's just very quiet at the moment. Otherwise, so
you get some weird shit in the fire too.
What?
Did you get some weird shit in the fire too?
Like,
did you see anything or like feel anything or?
No, I kind of forgot about it as soon as the shift started.
Oh, that's understandable.
All right. Well, let's just make sure everyone's waking up safely, and I guess we can go on, right?
Yeah, you can have your breakfast and move on. Absolutely. All right. Unless there's anything else you guys want to do in the morning, we can move on.
Cito was making a point to speak to Kalia about the whole thing.
Then you may do so.
All right, so after the sleeping split shift concludes, is around, I imagine, when the both of them would be awake. I would say, which would you say would wake up first?
I don't know. I don't have an impression of Ceto's sleeping habits, but I imagine the Kali is used to a pretty strict waking up regimen. So,
All right, so Kalia first, because one thing that is consistent across all of my characters, fuck the morning.
I mean, I feel that. So,
Yep. So yeah, after Ceto wakes up and Kalia's already like gotten all of her stuff together. Ah, Kalia, I wish to have a word.
What did you want to talk about?
When my shift was beginning, I noticed, well, we all noticed that you were rather intent upon observing the fire. Over the course of the evening, it became evident, and I performed some rituals to further my understanding on the matter, that there is some form of magic upon the fire itself. Some combination of divination and illusion. I suspect some manner of projection, perhaps some form of scrying or other conveyance of information. In short, I feel that someone or something was attempting to tell someone something, and it manifested through the fire, whether that was a recent event or a long past event that just echoed through the ages and happened to land here, I could not say. But should that offer you any peace of mind regarding whatever it is that you saw, there you have it.
I received some form of warning. I'm not sure if it was someone asking me to be safe or trying to ward me away from going where it is we are headed, because it appeared to be of our destination.
Well, it's very clear that hostile entities very much would not want us to be there, in which case the warning would best be one ignored or be counterproductive to our immediate goals. Alternatively, it could well be a warning of a friendly nature. But that also brings forward the rather distinct complication of, should we do nothing, then we achieve nothing, and those who actually care about those in the local environs, well, they would come to regret their inaction.
Peter, now that Kali has had like a night to sleep on this, I'm going to, I guess, do a religion check here.
Absolutely, sure.
And is she aware of anyone receiving visions from giant eyes of fire?
12. All right.
Does she know anyone
right.
who watches Tolkien?
You are definitely aware of divine messages being done through that sort of way, but the giant eye thing is not something you're aware of.
Oh, okay.
Like it's
right.
you've heard of this sort of thing, but like a giant eye, like that's not that's not iconography of any sort of anything that you're aware of.
Kalia will call Cameron over.
Very good.
Actually, you know what? I'll just get the whole group together.
Okay.
And I guess once we're gathered or we're having, I don't know, breakfast or what have you, she will say, by this point, I believe you may have been made aware that someone or something left a vision behind in this area. Perhaps it was meant to be seen by my eyes, although there is the theory that it was mere circumstance that led to my experiencing it.
So you think it was meant for you then?
It is my initial instinct that it was. However, there is one detail of it that concerns me, and to gain insight into it, well, what I saw appeared to be where we were headed. The former magical academy, which is now in ruins. I believe that what I witnessed may have been the way that it fell. It was ablaze, and I do not mean simply because I was seeing it through a vision of fire. But there was something else. There was something that seemed to be upset that I was headed there. Something that was angry. But all I could see of it was a single eye. From my knowledge, I am not familiar with what this could mean. But as we have learned recently, there is some knowledge that may have been lost of the entity that could have left the vision behind. And she's going to look over at Cameron. Do you know of anything that could have done that?
Bitch.
Sorry. Oh, sorry. I had to deal with something away from the computer, so I missed a little bit of that.
Okay.
What was the operative question? I'm sorry.
So, long story short, you heard me describing the vision to Nick, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It's hard to remember the details of
That's
it,
fine.
though, so.
Long story short, Academy on fire, screams of terror and madness, and then a single burning eye glaring at glaring out of the fire. Basically, it is not Kalia is aware of divine messages being sent through fires and such like that in the past, but the eye is not something she is aware of, and was wondering if Cameron had heard or anything like that. And Cameron, I will say, hang on, I will type something to you so you can phrase it as you wish. So I don't.
Sure. Sure thing.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, maybe there was like a Cyclops wizard, and that was his eye. What? Why is everyone looking at me like that?
Yes, that is a possibility. I am not seeking blind supposition, though.
You'd think a guy with only one eye would want to make another eye, and not just make one eye.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, if he only ever had one eye, then why would he want extra eyes? It'd be like wanting to have like 3 or 4 eyes.
Jir actually like kind of like tilts his head. He's like, you know, that's true.
I mean, it's not like arms. You can always have more arms.
It's like one of those moments where like Injir wonders if like Glix is actually like wise.
It just has a weird way of expressing it.
I also have the delivery coming in at the door just now was sort of the other reason why I had it.
Sorry,
slightly
right.
distracted. Yeah, sorry about that. I'll take care of that, and when I get back, the message should be in, so I can
Yep.
respond to that accordingly.
Okay. Brief break, I think.
Yeah, we'll take a short break
All right.
here. We can chat, as it were. But yeah, yeah. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Injir is definitely just sitting there at the moment, just kind of like, is this a cone? Am I supposed to decode this?
Maybe.
Like a lifetime of dealing with kung fu masters and their kung fu treachery.
Fair. That is a
It's
fair
like-
point.
It's like, is he trying to teach me something here? God damn it! I can't tell.
What, like a traffic cone?
That would be better than an ice cream cone.
Nothing's better than an ice cream cone. I assume it is filled with ice cream.
I've never preferred ice cream cones. I always prefer the bowl.
Well, same here, but it's better than a traffic cone.
I mean, yeah.
Unless the traffic cone is filled with ice cream.
No.
Oh,
It's,
Donovan,
So the only
hell.
question, Peter, the only question I have for you.
Yes.
So, what now? The term being used is like academy, magical academy, things along those lines. Would it be appropriate for any of that sort of to be familiar terminology to Cameron specifically?
Oh, there definitely was.
that?
There definitely was a magical academy in sort of the general area that you were somewhat aware of. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
I
Cameron
forgot
just
something.
thinks-
Yes. Forgot one
Yeah,
other
oh.
thing I should have mentioned.
Okay. All right. Should I wait till that before I begin responding?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, will do.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot one little bit that I wanted to mention to you. There you go.
Yeah,
I don't know if
so,
that'll help
like-
or not, but yes.
No, Cameron will just think about it a little bit. And it's like, I wouldn't be able to know why you would have that type of vision, Kalia, because given what you're saying, there is probably a bit that connects that back to things from my time. You said there was what? You said that there's an academy, there was a fire associated with it, and then a singular eye.
Yes.
Yeah. So the deity of fire from my time was a cyclops, so that would track. And
See?
they were associated with like wizards, sorcery, evocation, as it were. So that all kind of tracks. The only thing that doesn't make sense is that, he got angry and all that stuff, but he didn't communicate with divination, with visions like this, right? He was there was no need to put on airs like that back in our time. So a sort of vague message like this would be weird if it was coming from him directly.
It could mean a number of things. It could mean that the vision was not sent by this deity, or it could mean that circumstances have changed.
I mean, it
After
could
all,
also
if this is not, as far as we are aware, this god is dead, or dead in the form that gods can die. So this may be an echo.
It could be an echo. It also could be information that was left not by the deity, but by the inhabitant of the academy. It's a recording of something that is done in a slightly vague manner that is captured and recalled here. But then there's so many other questions. Why now? Why you? Maybe maybe it could even be, I wouldn't say a message from Mortis. That doesn't seem like that would make sense, but
So what we're saying is that there was, in fact, a Cyclops wizard that could do this shit, even though he didn't like to.
well,
Blind
no.
supposition, my green ass.
No, that's actually mostly inaccurate, Glix, but you know. Because it wasn't a Cyclops wizard, it's a Cyclops fire god. And
Who's all about magic.
well, it's he has a connection with them, okay? They kind of palled around with him. I mean, because they were trying to impress him by doing cool fire shit. You get what I mean? It's not so much that, you know.
I don't know. Sending visions to the fire is some pretty cool fire shit.
I mean, sure. I'm just saying that it might be more likely that it could be just as likely that one of his followers or advocates did it instead of him himself.
Mm-hmm. It is possible if a scholarly wizard type were trying to do something that would impress this god. Cameron, you indicated that there was a more camaraderie than a sense of worship between the people of this realm and the gods in your time.
Mm-hmm.
Could have been a presentation for his behalf, something to impress him. Although some of the details of the vision don't quite make sense in that regard. The fire would be much more meant to be a pure visual spectacle than one that was causing devastation and pain.
Well, Cameron then thinks on that a little bit. It could be both. Imagine if you would, some sort of display trying to make the biggest possible fire-based spectacle to impress upon the god of fire, and an accident happens.
I had a cousin like that. Just saying.
Didn't say anything.
I'm just.
It's amazing what you can do with batshit sulfur and a stick.
Yeah. Yeah. So so Cameron just shrugs a little bit. I think in neither case, though, we'll probably have a chance to understand more if we look at, well, whatever runes we're heading towards, right? It might be tough to do forensics this far out, but maybe what we've seen is purely metaphorical, or is a mixture of metaphor and history rolled into one.
Suppose we will have to just find out, though.
Yes.
This is troubling, especially given the proximity of this occasion to when my trial apparently began. But I suppose I must be cautious not to simply jump to the conclusion that everything is meant to be part of the test that I am to face.
Is understanding the nature of why people die something that is of interest or of importance for Mortis?
Indirectly. After all, having that insight can be used to help people find comfort and acceptance in the nature of death. But to those of us who adhere to and follow him, it is not necessary to know why things pass, simply to accept that they must.
I was only positing that as a notion because maybe due to the circumstance, the actual cause of what happened is unknown. I mean, I don't have any notes about this academy, this being destroyed, because I assume it happened after my time. I would say that's probably a fair assumption, Peter.
Oh,
correct?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So if that's the case, and if and since because it's inside of the wall of water, the wall that sort of separates this island from everywhere else, I assume most people don't know what happened here in any case. So, irrespective of whether it was by intent, by accident, by whatever else, the actual cause of this building, of that establishment, might actually just be a mystery that is still remaining to be understood. And I don't know.
If there's an
There's been-
echo like this, then that is an indication that it could be the same as those that we've been experiencing while on this island so far. In which case, when we reach the academy, we will need to be careful not to disturb those echoes.
Right.
And considering that our current mission is to take something from there and to sacrifice it to destroy it, that may be very difficult to accomplish.
It makes me wonder. I've been thinking about this whole idea of echoes and such. So is it like, for example, I've heard stories of, the notion of somebody who passes and then they still have business to be dealt with, and so they linger around until that business is resolved before they can move on in a post-life manner. You don't think something like that might be happening here then?
I do not know enough about the nature of the way that the gods die. From what I understand, it may be possible that there is no permanent passage for them.
Well, irrespective, I guess we should get a move on. It feels that we're being drawn to, it feels like that there is some underlying reason for us to take care of things here. So,
yes, this cannot change our this does not change our current destination. But maybe when the time comes, we will know better how to act.
I'm just nodded a few times to that.
Okay. I think I'm good on that point.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. In which case, unless anyone else has got anything, you guys can set out. And you resume your travel to the north towards the purported academy to the north, which, at least according to Skitch's knowledge, there was a mage academy somewhere in this general area in his time. But at any rate, Ash, if you would like to give me another perception or survival roll with advantage to continue your navigation, I would appreciate that.
I can do that. As soon as I find the correct button. You said it was nature or survival?
Survival or perception or nature, I guess. Any one of those, your choice, with advantage.
They're all the same except for nature. So let's do survival this time.
A 19. Alrighty. Yes. You continue to travel on in a nice and direct manner. As you travel along, the woods definitely get more and more actually sort of deciduous. Although, again, not the trees of your... Honestly, not the trees of most of the party's time, shall we say. They do look a little bit different. They're not... They basically... Yeah, they look more sort of, foresty than jungly at this point, but they definitely also don't look like trees any of you are used to. There's something faintly primeval about them.
Definitely do not like this place. For a variety of reasons.
Yes, I imagine you don't. On the plus side, you still don't hear any sounds of like children singing or anything, or nursery rhymes.
That's good.
So
we haven't found any suspiciously pleasant-looking clearings with a tiny little hut in them.
Nope, you've not. Nope.
Okay.
No smells of gingerbread. Is it still getting colder as we're going forward?
It's definitely less. It's getting less hot and less humid. Is a more accurate way to describe it.
I was gonna say, like, it's not cold. Like, I was gonna say, like, are we still seeing lizards?
Oh yeah, you definitely are. One thing you do note is one thing of note is you also do see, you can sort of see off in the distance. You can see mountains off in the distance now. The trees are getting a little bit less dense. And you do notice that there are large things flying overhead, which are not birds.
Cool.
Large things with the big sort of. It's like they're almost like they have like giant bat wings, but they're more reptilian. They're not fuzzy at all.
Dragons. Gotcha.
No.
Wyverns?
No.
Archaeopteryx.
No, more like pterodons. Pteranodons. Or yeah, but yeah.
I just wanted to say Archaeopteryx.
I don't blame you. Archaeopteryx is a fun thing. Archaeopteryx is a fun thing to say.
It is a fun word to say, Archaeopteryx.
It is a really, really well-named ancient animal, honestly. At any rate, you do continue on. One thing you do note, actually, anyone who wants to give me a perception roll when the when the pterodons are flying overhead may do so.
Yeah, sure.
Was that perception?
Yeah, if you'd like. If you'd like to. If you're... okay, yeah.
Nope. I don't understand land creatures.
All right. Glix and Ingir, actually, you both rolled well enough. There's some... Okay, Glix, looking at them, there's definitely something... It's like, there's something a little bit odd about the... Like, beyond just, like, that they're large flying lizards that, aren't dragons in any way, shape, or form.
Right.
Like, there's something a bit odd about it. You're trying to put your finger on it. And you get... It sort of comes to you just a bit after it comes to Ingir. When you do notice, it looks like there's someone, like they've almost got like sort of a riding harness on. It looks like there might be something riding on their backs as they're flying way up in the sky.
Oh no! Cannibal halflings! Sorry, probably not this world.
You're not in the middle of a desert, Eric.
Yeah, fair enough, fair enough.
Also, be very glad that there are no cannibal. It's not that world, because that would mean sorcerer kings.
Yeah, that would be bad for everybody involved.
And defiler magic, because defiler magic is the worst idea ever.
Yes.
I don't mean that from a narrative standpoint. I mean, like, from an actual, like, magic standpoint. Like, why? Why would you do that? At any rate. But yeah, it's very clear that something is using these as flying mounts. Well, not very clear.
Mostly, I'm thinking that sounds like an awesome idea, and I want one.
I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked, Glix.
Whereas in Cheer, it's like, wish I could fly like that.
You can if we catch one and ride it. We should ride one.
But yeah, they seem to circle overhead and then fly off back towards the mountains.
Cheer makes a note of this.
But not long after you notice that, you notice that there is. You do notice that sort of amongst the. It sort of takes a little bit to notice this, but everyone who rolled basically a 10 or better on perception here also notices something else. Okay. There is a statue that. And this is not hard. It's a little hard to notice just because most statues are sort of overgrown with like moss and stuff from the years, lichen and the like. But it's a large sort of humanoid, very bulky humanoid form that was at one point very clearly the head was knocked off at some point. But the head seems to be placed back on the statue at least somewhat recently, and is a large mono-eyed head with sort of a almost feral grin carved into the carved as sort of facial expression.
Is that our Cyclops wizard?
Deity, yes.
Nah, he's a wizard.
But yes, Cameron, it very much looks like it very much looks like a statue to the Lord of Flames. You know, the one-eyed burner, the king of the Lord of Flames, the one-eyed fire, etc. Whatever, you know, insert a whole bunch of different alternate titles.
Yeah.
But it very clearly looks like it was at one point sort of broken and fallen apart, and it looks like it's been sort of put back together somewhat recently.
Cameron just looks at that a few times. And it's like there's a thought, and there's another thought. Then it's like there's a big old wait a minute sort of thought that just creeps into Cameron's head, like basically, just well, okay. So who is here? Cameron just sort of says out loud when looking at the statue.
I am. I'm right next to you.
No. You don't get this thing. He points to like the statue.
Yeah, the one they like looks like they just stuck the head back on.
Yeah, who stuck the head back onto it?
Probably the guys riding the pterodons.
Think they are responsible for it?
I mean,
They're
the only people we've seen recently.
Yeah, but
She kind of tilts his head. No, they were coming from the mountains. We didn't. There's a volcano around here somewhere.
So, wonder though. They can't think that this god's still alive, can they?
Well, fire is usually associated with rebirth, so either they think somebody's back.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
You guys have a weird mythology and cosmology, because fire is mostly just there for, like, making things, cooking things, and burning things. Or if you got enough mushrooms, watching things.
You've been on a pretty big kick on your shrooms lately, man. You all right?
Not really.
Is that elf your dealer? That elf is your dealer.
I'm not gonna lie.
That explains why you're so. You think he's trying to collect on you? Oh, now that makes sense, Glix.
Just saying, like, they help keep things calm. So, anyway, what I was saying is, like, the whole rebirth thing is weird.
Yeah.
Like, how does that help?
Well, okay, it could be that, but still, it's weird just to see someone actually trying to tend to something like this. You would assume that either they've heard nothing from this god for however long it's been and are still worshiping him regardless, or are they engaging in a ritual to bring him back? If not, have they already done that?
Well, I see, personally, I'm seeing two possibilities. One, they just like the statue and decided to put the head back on. But we're not that lucky, so it's probably some crazy cult worshipping a dead god.
Cameron kind of looks at Kalia and just sort of thinking, like, what if that's the case, though? If they're trying to bring back this god.
I had a thought, but I don't know if this is going to require a religion check or not. Would members of the party know if this would be a representation to the current Lord of Flames or God of Flames?
The God of Flames. Well, yeah, sure. It is very much not a statue of Ignia.
It is not a statue of Ignia.
Well, Ignia is not a Cyclops. Is also female.
Yeah.
Also has an aquatic sister.
Yes.
Yeah.
So like.
So yeah, this is so. There's already so the issue is like we already have a current Lord, like God of Flame. This is they're trying to bring in
Goddess of the Forge, as I recall. Goddess of the Forge, isn't she?
Nope. That would be
no.
She's civilization. Hang on, let me get my document.
Oceana is water and civilization. Ignis is fire and civilization as well, but a different kind of thing.
Yeah. Ignia is all about fire and civilization and family. Oceana is about commerce and such.
Oh, was it Hearth? Was it Hearth? What it was?
Yeah, Hearth is what you're thinking of.
Hearth. Yes. Okay. I was like, I knew it was like some kind of interior heating.
Yeah, one of her titles is the Hearth Mother.
That's
Yeah,
it.
so-
That's it.
So yeah, like I'm trying to think of like a name for the Cyclops god. Peter, do you have an idea for the name?
I mean, the first thing that popped in my head would be Pyros, but that's just
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Yeah,
maybe
Pyros,
the red.
Pyros, the smoldering gaze is sort
that's
of.
good.
what
I
was
like it.
thinking.
There we go. We'll go with that.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, like it's like Cameron just sort of like hamways a little bit. Like, yeah, well, on one hand, do the people in this area know of? Well, what is it? What is the name of the current fire
Ignia.
deity around? Ignia. Like Cameron's asking that in character because he doesn't know who the fuck the current gods are.
Right. What's the name of the current god of fire? Ignia. Right.
Ignia. Okay. So do the people here even know of the existence of Ignia? Because this area feels kind of out of the way from most of the current pantheon. And then
I mean, there was that temple to the other water god.
right, the dead one, the one from my
Right.
time, not the current one. And just like in that case, we have, Pyros, the smoldering gaze right here.
Good name. How do you get a title like that? I guess by having one eye and doing lots of stuff with fire.
That would track, yes. But
And
Pyros-
not because he's got a lot of sex appeal. Gotcha.
So my thought is
grief.
that if either they just simply believe that Pyros here is responsible for the volcano or otherwise. But like I said, we'll have to kind of investigate further to understand. I'm just
Regardless, if they are trying to do something with the old god of flame at the volcano, probably don't want to be here much longer.
Or we want to stop it.
Well, the last time we killed something that was deity adjacent, we created a portal. That might be a way to get out of here.
Yes. Yes.
I'm in favor of this plan.
Hold on. I don't know if we have the same recollection of how positive or negative this experience was.
Yeah. And you're like, we also caused a massive earthquake, and that's something we probably don't want to do at a volcano.
Well, I mean,
Are we
caused the
sure?
earthquake, or was the earthquake being caused before that happened? Who knows?
Listen, okay, as long as we make sure that the deity is not a load-bearing deity, it's completely safe to eliminate it.
Good grief.
Cameron will say,
you didn't actually, kill the deity per se. You merely destroyed an avatar. That's
yes,
all.
I said that's why I said deity adjacent.
Fair
earlier.
point.
That
You are
wasn't
correct.
accurate.
You are correct. I forgot that.
Mhm.
Yep.
You're saying what we need to do is go around the island and prop up some support deities.
Exactly. Now you're thinking with OSHA violations in mind there.
Oh, shall the
I
goddess
vote for
deity.
myself so I can get some of them, some of that sweet tithe action going on.
Well, and irrespective, I guess. Well, we should just press on until we can find more information.
Yeah, and you're just kind of nods at that. It's like, okay, it's the map. And he's like, okay, that's the way we're supposed to be going.
All right.
Give me a second here. Where are you? My notes. All right. Okay, there we go. All right. Sorry. I just want to double check something. All right. So yes, you continue on. Actually, all right. So as you continue on, and you are definitely not at this point. It's been another couple hours or so. You notice more and more there are more and more signs of life around in the area. Things like the path that you're on. You realize that you're actually on a path all of a sudden. It's like been maintained and such.
Peter was probably the first to notice this because it stopped feeling like there was underbrush and twigs stabbing into her.
Yes. And eventually you realize that not too far ahead of you, it's turning into an actual like road, like stone road, flagstone road. That looks like it's been maintained. And you can see off ahead what looks like a large. It looks like a large sort of. You can see what looks like mostly sort of a series of. What looks like basically not far ahead of you. It looks like it's a like. Trying to think how to phrase it. Looks like there's what looks like the sort of remnants of what looks like a ruined wall that has been somewhat that looks like it's very old, that was broken down over the years and what have you, and was overgrown, but looks like it's recently been worked on to be sort of rebuilt to some degree. And you can see ahead of you also what looks like the ruins of a sort of like a small town almost, with one very large structure in the middle, which the large structure in the middle actually looks very intact, unlike most other buildings. And it looks like what damage had been done to it over the years has been repaired.
Peter?
Skitch,
Sorry.
the architecture of it looks very familiar to you. It's
Okay.
very much of your time.
Right. Is it familiar? Yeah, is it familiar as in this looks like a college campus?
Yeah, that's yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's
You have no idea. It's like, yeah, that definitely has sort of layout of sort of like, yeah, that looks like a college campus of some sort. And that looks like the main sort of hall.
Yeah.
Kalia, that looks, the middle building you definitely recognize as what you like. It very much looks like the one from what you saw in the fire, except not like on fire and burning.
Sure.
And as do you wish to cross through the wall, through the gate in the wall, basically that's been, like, it would be a gate in the wall, but like the arch is broken down and fallen down. It looks like it's clearly working. Someone's been working on repairing stuff, but it's not like done.
Yes.
Okay.
I guess so.
All right. As you step through the gateway, I would like everybody to give me a save of either. I want to give everyone to give me a wisdom, intelligence, or charisma save. Choose the stat you want.
All right.
My time has come.
Hey, it's not bad.
Okay, Sito.
All right, mine was the lowest of the 14, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, those are excellent. So 18 for Cameron.
My ego is insurmountable.
All right, so Cameron rolls an 18 on the intelligence save, Glix 15 on charisma, Kalia 14 on charisma, Sito 26 on charisma, and Injir 20 on wisdom. Yes, all of you are basically, you are all hit by this sort of wave of something. Like, as you cross across, that you can feel this presence almost like weighing down on you. But it doesn't seem to, like, it has no actual like effect. It's just like but you can feel sort of like it's like being in the presence of an incredibly forceful personality, but it has like an almost tangible effect. But
Okay.
yes,
And Cito's ego is just like, nah.
yeah, Ben.
My stage, go away.
I will say Cameron and Kalia, you two specifically. You can give me a mental stat roll of your choice or a religion roll. whichever works better.
Okay.
If you've got the religion skill, give yourself advantage on the roll.
All right.
Okay. 15. Okay.
15.
15.
Or
15.
history,
All right. Yes. All right. Cameron, because of the particular nature of the world the time you were from, and Kalia, because you are actually a goddamn divine class with ties to a deity. Yeah, this very much has a divine feel to it.
Oh, jeez.
Like Cameron,
But-
there's an element of like actually being in the presence of a deity, but not right. There's something wrong about it. There's like it's not like not actually. It's like you've not personally. It's more sort of you. I don't know if you personally experienced that or not, but your character has.
Cameron has a quip about that, Peter, that I think will be appropriate.
Okay,
It's like,
sure.
Like, geez, this is almost familiar. Reminds me of that one birthday party. Except, hypothetically, what if it was like you can call into like a principal's office or something? I don't know. Something's just. And then Cameron looks over at Kalia and sort of gauge Kalia's sort of read of the situation, realizing that like the two humans in the party are the ones having like this particular response.
That is definitely the common thread.
What is it,
Okay.
like what if? Yep.
I don't know what a principal is, so.
And,
Principal is someone who's in charge of a school.
How do you know that?
probably something I said to him at one point.
I mean, if you're gonna swindle someone who's in charge of something.
All right, that's a good point, man.
But like, there's something very domineering about what we're.
Like a principal, yeah.
That's why I said that.
Yes. The other thing that you all notice also is you get the impression of it being noticeably hotter, but it's not. It's very odd. And you can see what looks like light coming from inside the doorway ahead of you.
If there are people in there. Or monsters. Or
What
monster
manner
people.
of light? Is it just like fire?
There definitely is. It definitely has that element of like some sort of fire-based light source. Yes,
Gotcha,
it could just be
It's
torches.
like, it's like flickering.
Yeah, there's definitely a flickering to it, and it is sort of evening right now, so that's why it's sort of easy to notice.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to head in, or would you like to discuss things first?
I'm thinking we should go in there and see who's there and maybe kill them or maybe swindle them.
We could sneak up to the door and try to hear through it.
Yeah, that works too.
Yes, because this party is so stealthy.
I mean,
clank.
I
clank,
have a
clank.
+3.
What's 6 is stealthier?
Yeah, Cameron is fairly stealthy, but yeah.
Sorry, you're right. You guys are actually reasonably good at sneaking, except for Kalia.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
Kali's wearing a refrigerator.
Might as well be.
Yeah, so Cameron's just like, yeah, this also would explain the statue as well, but we need to get a better idea of who is here.
Yeah, probably crazy cultists. And last crazy cultist we ran into had like terrible booze and zombies.
Threw apples at us.
Yeah, they threw apples at us.
They did actually. You're correct.
These guys will probably throw potatoes at us because you always bake your potatoes, or bash them, or put them in a stew.
And she was like, what's a potato?
You don't
Is
know
it
what a
a kind of
potato
fish?
is? Potatoes are like the
Potato goes in.
second best food.
Cedar just goes in. Enough of this shit.
All right, so you guys start heading in. All right. Therefore, I will go to the I will go to the appropriate map. And hang on before I forget. Let me do one thing I need to do that I forgot to do.
Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew.
I forgot to drag tokens onto the map. All right, and before I forget, I need to do one other thing. Because I forgot to do that when I set this up. There we go. All right, and bop. All right, and we will drag the thing over to here and bop. There we go.
All right.
So as you head inside, you guys can set the tokens are on the map. You can set them up in the lower part.
Lower part here?
You can. Someone.
Oh, there I am. Look at me.
Yes.
Look at me being adorable.
Yes. You see inside. Some humans in armor and such. You guys should be sort of starting to go into the places part. So at least some of you should be. Because you wouldn't have noticed.
I did say I entered.
I know.
So.
Yes. Yes. Cito did.
Yeah, I should be over here with Jerry explaining what potatoes are.
Yep. Further back. There you go. Right. So there are some humans in here.
There's two of me.
Oh, there's two of you. Did I drag an extra one out? That's my bad. All right.
That was actually my bad. I brought mine in.
Okay, then I will go in and do this on yours. Bonk. There we go. Now people can see your hit points. All right. So there are some humans. There are four. They're standing near. There's basically it's a square room. It's sort of like a foyer. It's like basically a foyer. There are four statues, which look like sort of sketch. To Cameron, the statues look very much like sort of traditional representation of they're sort of statues of what you would guess would be the local sort of
like the dean or the headmaster or something?
Yeah, basically, yeah. Sort of local, actually sort of important members of the academy in the past. From the time that the statues were made, basically.
Any one of them, you don't have to go into details, but any of them recognizable?
Not to you.
Cameron.
It's like, yeah, they look like academic figures. But standing next to each of the statues is a small humanoid figure with that sort of seems to be made out of smoldering stone almost. There are three humans who are wearing that are armed with swords and shields and wearing armor. And in the back, you see what looks like almost kind of like a fire. Like it is vaguely kobold-like, but a little bit bigger and less reptilian and more amphibian-like. But it seems to be fiery. And it is wearing sort of robes and has a wand in one hand. And as you all enter the room, I need everybody to give me a will save, except Cameron. Kali, you get advantage on the roll.
Yeah.
Except Cameron.
You do not have to make a roll for this,
hat.
because you have the hat.
Guess what? Guess who's going to start teleporting around stabbing folks? You should have given me the hat.
Yep, that's everybody. All right, so 21 for Injir, 15 for Cito, 23 for Kalia, and 8 for Glix. Glix!
Yo.
You start to think it would be a very good idea to devote your life to Pyros of the smoldering gaze.
He's just so sexy.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, setting stuff on fire does seem like what Glix would want to do anyway. So.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't like crazy pyrotechnics. That's why they're called pyrotechnics, because Pyros has that smoldering, sexy gaze that makes things explode.
There you go. But yes, you definitely think it'd be an excellent idea to. You're beginning. That is a thought that is creeping into your head. It seems that is sort of a thought you're having. You does not have to change how you're reacting to anything in any way unless you want it to, Eric.
Okay.
You are not actually mind controlled yet.
Okay. Plus, he's dead, so there's like not a lot of commitment there. Like, he's not going to command me to go on a crusade or anything. He's busy being dead.
That is an advantage. But yes, the lizardy thing, it's a fire newt.
Right.
But none of you have seen one before, honestly. Actually, no, none of you have seen one before. Like, this is new to Cameron too. You're like, what on earth?
It's a fire warlock.
It is actually, yes. You don't know it's a warlock yet.
Right.
But it looks over at you and says, "Ah, strangers, have you come to devote yourself to the Lord of the Smoldering Gaze?"
Wait, it is a pretty good gaze.
Geez. Listen, I got the pamphlets when I was on campus already, and I couldn't. The club meetings had a conflict with the AV club, so I am sorry, I had to turn it down.
I'm a merfolk.
So what are the benefits? Like, what do we get?
He's like really excitedly leaping through the pamphlet.
We have a great dental plan. We just melt your teeth out so you don't need them anymore.
Do
Problem
we get
That's
metal
solved.
ones
great way.
instead? We should totally get metal ones.
No, you just
I'll
don't
show
need
that
to.
bitch. I'll bite her.
Oh, but you would definitely have the Lord of Pyre on your side, and any problematic commitments you might have to other powerful beings would be very hard to enforce, given the nature of a powerful deity being at your back.
So he's not going to ask me to go on like crusades or pilgrimages or anything, because I got to tell you, I'm not really into that.
I do not believe he would do so for the time being, at the very least.
I imagine that would be difficult, what with him having been dead for several centuries.
I know, right? That seems like a pretty good deal.
The Lord of Pyre is not dead. What blasphemy do you speak?
As
I speak
thought.
history.
Oh, we have blasphemers among us, my friends. Well, there's only one answer for that. You should roll initiative. Let me get the initiative tracker up before I forget. Hang on a second. Where did I put the initiative tracker?
Selected.
Is that it? That's it. Yes.
Yeah, that's decent.
All right. Now we need to get the counter thing here.
For clarity here, it's probably not the most obvious, but Cedo is not attempting pleasantries because she's kind of cognizant of the attempt of,
Brain fuckery.
more trying to more the assertion that there's someone more important than her, and she doesn't appreciate that.
I mean,
at least-
clearly Glix is in the room.
Okay, so
You tell yourself that.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not the delusional one.
all right.
Finally, I was going to give you inspiration so you get a bonus on your next will check.
All right. Give me 1 second. I need to add the baddies to the initiative tracker.
Mhm.
Exciting.
They are fast.
They are not.
They're very unfast.
All I cared about is that I go in
Why
front of Glix.
Did I screw up there? I screwed up there. Hang on. All right. So the firewall.
Have you been rolling like
I
D3s
for-
or something?
No, I've not. I've just been. I forgot to select things properly. I forgot to select the various things here. There we go.
Yeah. Usually she would try to
Right, now it will.
diplomats out a solution that does not involve, wasting her time. But she's been insulted, so no, it's go time.
All right. So, Cameron, you are first.
Trying to think of this. Like he was hoping to get more information out of this person, and Cito directly interfered with that, which is frustrating. So
We can do that after we beat up everyone else.
Yeah.
but it's just like, uh, let me think here. All right. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and lead off with we'll do a tactical positioning shot. Cameron's going to attack this soldier here
Okay.
while allowing Kalia to use the reaction to let's see here. Well, if they I think that's a reaction, right? Yeah. It's probably not gonna be a good thing to use there. I think what the camera's just gonna do is just lead off by shooting at this one soldier here real quick here, and we'll just kind of start from there.
All right.
That's probably a miss.
12 will not hit, yes.
Yeah. At which point Cameron will advance in,
All right.
and that will end his turn.
All righty. Next up is Injir.
See, I was going to go here and try to get these three with the breath attack, but
Just do it.
well, I'm worried about hitting you.
First and foremost, don't worry about hitting Cameron. Just do it.
Wouldn't it be better to stand here for that angle?
Yeah, and then I can just kind of like fire it like in this kind of direction.
Yeah, and then you just don't even risk hitting Cameron in the first place.
That works.
Cameron has free healing. He can take a hit. So
All right, so it'll be these three. It's 20 foot, so yeah, nobody else will get be affected by it.
Okay.
So let me get the action for that.
Okay.
And this is lightning because I don't know if ice would be appropriate.
That's fair.
I have a feeling it would be a decent plan, but
Ooh,
whatever.
7.
Eh?
So it'll do 7 damage, and they need to save against a DC of 13 for half.
All right. I am not going to. So yes, the soldiers will get saves. The elemental will not. There's a reason I'm doing that. Mostly because they're basically minions. And I'm trying to speak. I want them here to do stuff, but I don't want them to bog combat down too much. So,
Gotcha.
Dex saves, you said?
Yeah, dex saves.
All right, for the 2
13.
soldiers. One saves, both saves, so they both take half damage.
Is it rounded up or rounded down?
So it's
rounded down.
So,
So it'd be 3.
Those take 3, and the other one takes 7.
Yep.
I will mark my breath.
the only case where you round up in this game, at least as far as I can tell, is rounding artificer levels for the purposes of multi-class spell casting.
Yep. The
Quite
the
specific.
little lava little elemental thingy does not die, unfortunately. But you did a lot of damage
Unfortunately
to it.
Yeah,
All right.
that was a efficient attack.
Yep.
Okay, that's all I can do.
Sito.
Glix, I didn't realize that you were interested in pushing pamphlets as opposed to picking pockets with these individuals. I thought you had a
Pamphlets are-
plan, and that's going to be my
Pamphlets
inspiration.
are an excellent way of distracting people while you pick their pockets.
Well, I hope you remember your priorities, and that's going to be my inspiration to Glix.
Look, haven't you ever been into a church? It's a great way to fleece idiots.
Injir does turn aside and go. He did mention wanting to get in on that tithing thing.
All right, so Sito will center a level 2 sleep here, which is going to get all 3 humans and the Warlock in the back. I don't expect it to work on the elementals, so I'm not considering them. Level 2 sleep, go.
So where are you
Alright.
setting this? Sorry, I missed that.
Here.
So that is what, 29 hit points?
It'd be 29 hit points, yes. And Sito is going to scoot over here and take cover behind the statue.
All right. So you're going to catch the soldiers in the area, right? Mostly.
Yep. The soldiers are the primary target. I don't expect to get anything out of the Warlock, but hey, if the Warlock is in there.
The elementals are unsurprisingly not affected.
Who'd have thought?
All right. These two
They're all
are,
fired up.
for the time being at least, asleep.
Ooh, got 2 of them. Hooray.
Yeah, you did. The 2 injured ones.
All right, so then that means that they had 14 health at most each.
Yes, that is an accurate statement. That is the at most, yes.
And I will also mark my Bard inspiration. Glix, you have that.
Yep.
And it is your turn.
Glix.
All right. Do I make a save to resist spooky?
Nothing like that right now.
All right. We will hexify the elemental up front here.
Okay.
The one not in front of Injir.
The other one. Okay. Got it. What was I using for hex? I was using something.
It's like the bleedy eye thing.
I was just
Yeah,
looking
that's
for
it.
Yep. I thought it was appropriate for a hex.
Yeah. And I'll figure out the stat later because it's probably not going to survive getting slapped by Bob here.
Yep.
Shield out, by the way, so this will be one-handed.
Okay. Fair enough. 17 will hit.
All right.
13 damage.
Damn.
Yep. And then the D6 from the hexify.
The 13 was plenty.
13 will probably kill it.
Yeah. All right. So you cleave into it.
Oh dear.
And
Does it
Bob,
explode?
maybe.
No.
For the record, I will not be headbutting things in the elementals in this game.
All right. Well, yeah. So you cleave into it, and you see the thing sort of cackle maniacally as you cleave into it, and then kaboom! Everything within 10
Exactly
feet.
like my cousin.
Everything within 10 feet. DC 11 dexterity save for half damage. If you're within 10 feet.
Cool. I'm within 10 feet.
Yep.
Exactly.
Well, Glix
11.
made it.
That's wow.
Hey!
So you both take 3 fire damage.
I can't believe I made that. I mean, I had a 50% chance, but still.
Splat. Cleave skaboom!
Exactly like cousin Glorg. That's how he went out.
As he holds up his smoldering sword.
I had a feeling this might be the case, so that's also why I had Sito take cover.
Fair. All right.
Like fire elementals,
the
these
only
are probably going to explode.
the awake soldier will advance on Glix.
Why? I'm a adorable.
Actually, I'm just gonna move this dead elemental off for a second. He'll stand where the
But
elemental
you
was.
can't be adorable.
An artificer.
All right. Well, he will do his thing. He has multi-attack,
All right.
but yeah, his attack rolls are not the best. So 2 swings at Glix. 1.
Nope.
And 2. I believe the 19. The 40 will miss.
The 19
will
does
hit.
hit, yeah.
So take 6 slashing damage.
Ow.
Stabby, stabby, or slashy, slashy, really.
What's for?
And that is it for the soldiers. Now it is turn of the fire newt warlock. All right.
Considering Sito's the one who pissed him off, I have a feeling that he's going to be gunning for her.
I think is the fire warlock a she or a he?
It's hard to tell.
They. Excuse me.
It's a newt.
Yes, actually,
That doesn't. Yeah, it's like that doesn't
it's
answer
it's
the
hard.
question.
It's hard for you guys to tell. That's all I will say.
Sexual dimorphism is not really that much of a thing in fire newts, it turns out.
Might be an asexual race.
There are those amphibians that can.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Either way, I suspect that they're
what's the range
pissed
on
off at
this?
me.
Well, they're not happy with you. No. All right. Dooba-dooba-dooba-dooba-dooba-dooba-doo. All right. So I guess I'm just trying to remember how spell casting works here. So
What's your question, Peter?
I'm just sort of looking at the debating. I'm debating. So if it can cast one spell as a bonus action, I believe, correct?
Depends on the type of spells.
That's fair.
It is, I think.
I think you can only do a bonus spell if you do
Alright, so
a
yeah, that's-
cantrip as the prime spell.
Well, yes, but
Well, that's if you plan on casting more. Than one
yeah, I
spell.
just don't. Well, I'm not going to worry about it right now that much. All right, so he's going to move slightly. It's going to move slightly, and it is going to cast Scorching Ray.
Ah.
That's a personal favorite.
And it's going to target. So it can generate three rays, and it's just going to do one at each of the people in the line, directly aligned towards Sito, because I figured that works.
Zorch.
Yeah.
Oh, so we're going for like friendly fire. Oh, towards so. Okay,
Yeah,
Cameron,
you guys are getting laser.
And Cito.
Yeah, Cameron, Injure, myself.
All right.
Do we need to?
Oh dear.
No, there's just range spell attacks. So
Yeah. So I believe that's just. How do I do that?
Just, that's
Your proficiency bonus plus the casting bonus.
There, I know. I see the button for it. Aha.
Yeah.
There's a button for it. All right.
It is,
So.
it's a range match.
And this goes against what?
Just AC. Just,
Yeah,
Okay,
AC.
great. It's
Just
simple.
accuracy.
Great. Love it. All right. I couldn't remember off the top of my head. I've been a while since I've read that.
Yeah.
So, Cameron,
Oh dear.
Zorch.
That's a good
Injir,
Oh
Yep.
dear.
Zorch.
and Cito.
Oh dear.
Oh no! Super Zorch.
All right.
He does not like
I
you all.
We
I deserve that.
Yeah,
It does not.
definitely
They do
pissed
not
at
like you
Cito.
one bit. All right. So I'll roll the damage. This is for Cameron.
Yep.
Okay.
This is for Injir.
Yep.
And how do I do a
Then
crit?
twice for Cito.
Then twice for
Just do
Cito.
it twice.
Yep.
Yeah.
1, 2.
Oh.
Ow!
Bazorch!
Okay. Well, I know.
Right to face Mosquito.
A ray of fire just comes burning out of the fire newt and just burns into Cameron, Injir, and Sito.
That's the most damage Cito has taken in his entire campaign combined.
No, you think more than that. I'm fairly certain.
17? I don't think so.
No, you got hit pretty hard at least once, but anyways.
Yeah, you have.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kalia's turn.
Okay. I am going to cast Hunter's Mark on the Fire Warlock.
I can't imagine why you would do that.
Oh, hey, this guy's asleep, so I can just kind of step past him. Whoop!
Yep. All right.
Actually, I will step. No, there's good. There's good. Okay. Just thinking about positioning of the other elementals.
I've used other marks for this before, but I just went and grabbed one that made sense to me quickly.
I'm going to flip my axe around as I stand in the path of where he put the scorching ray.
Yep.
And I'm going to say, the reality is that your god is dead, but if you wish to have that in common, then please continue with your current course. And I will attack
All right.
with my axe.
Yep.
21.
A 21 will hit.
Okay. I'm going to smite him.
Yeah, I figured.
Yes.
Yeah, I suspected that was coming.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Smite him! Smite him good!
Smite them. Smite them. Smite them.
Yeah. Them.
All right, so that's going to be, here's my regular damage, and then I'm going to, on top of that, put the Divine Smite, and then I also get my Hunter's Mark.
Yep. All right,
So-
so that is 13 damage, I think.
Yeah, that's not great.
Yeah, those are some kind of cruddy rolls.
Should have waited until I crit. Oh well.
Well,
You've
You
got
have
spell
another
slots.
one, don't you?
whack! Ow!
Yeah, I don't have a lot. I honestly, I burned a lot on that attack and did not do very much. So,
Right.
but I still maintain my Hunter's Mark on him at
Yep.
least.
You did cut him in half, or close enough too.
All right, elemental turns.
Meh.
All right. Where are you? There you are. Let's see. What can they do? I'm debating what the one back here. Yeah, this. Yeah. Boop, boop, boop. Can't really get. It wants to get behind Kalia, but it can't right now. So.
Yep, that's why I put myself right there.
That was. Yep.
Because I knew, I could do this, but nah.
All right. Alrighty. Yeah, they can't do much of anything interesting at the moment.
Just punch Cameron. Come on, Peter.
And it's gonna step to there. That one's gonna step to there. It can't really move where it wants to move right now. Actually, no, it can. No, it can't after. It doesn't actually. Hang on a second.
Yeah. Well,
I'm debating something.
If you want to move behind Injir,
All right, I've got no. I have an idea.
Yeah.
I know what it's gonna do. It steps to there.
Huh?
Injir, would you like to take your reaction to attack it?
It steps to there. I think Injir is not going to take that reaction.
If
Okay.
you do, then it will blast the soldier, which will probably wake them up. However, you will be the only one who actually takes damage.
True, but on my next turn, I can just take a step back and do breath attack and get all.
Okay, so you are not taking your opportunity attack. That's fine.
All right. So, yep, I knew this was coming.
Yeah. And actually, it's gonna finish its movement by going here. And now we'll attempt to punch. It will now attempt to strike Sito. Wow. All right. It hits
yeah.
you. 21. Take
Yeah.
8 fire damage. Jesus Christ.
All right. Yeah, Zito's in trouble now.
Yep. All right. 1 on Cameron. 15 will not
Nope.
hit Cameron. And the 1 on Kalia. 11 will not hit Kalia.
Brink.
And that is it for the bad guys. Cameron, it is your turn.
After seeing what happened with Glix taking out the elemental, dispatching the elemental next to Cedo is not necessarily a good idea either right now.
Yeah.
After I took that hit, I would have been accepting of it otherwise.
Doesn't Cameron have something that could give Sito extra AC?
That's not
That doesn't mean anything.
That doesn't mean anything because if Cameron kills the elemental, it blows up.
Oh right.
And that's
guaranteed damage.
and that's a dex save. So,
And even if you make the dex save, it's guaranteed damage.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
It's safe
so
for half.
Cameron, yeah, I mean, like, yeah, like you can't.
and if I blow it, then there's a very real chance of Cedo dropping, which no one wants.
Cameron will just sort of be like, okay, that's not good. Let's see.
Do you have the thing that lets you give people a movement?
Oh, I forgot something on the Warlock's turn. Hang on a second. I'm double checking one thing about the Warlock. 1 second. I think I forgot something. Is that a... Oh, it is... No, it's not. Okay, Mage Armor is not concentration.
Yeah. The only movement I could grant you, there's two movements I could grant you. One is a possibility to do a 5-foot step without taking an opportunity attack if I hit the enemy with an attack, which means it's going to explode if I hit it.
It has to be one I'm adjacent to?
Yes.
Oh.
So it won't get you out of range of the blast. The other option is to forego an attack entirely and allow you to move up to 15 feet as a reaction, which could provoke an opportunity attack. So those are the
neither
options.
of these really work.
Yeah, like it's unfortunately that's unfortunately what my options are.
I could make use of the 5-foot step.
But, I mean, like that's an option. I'm trying to take out the Warlock so that it doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Warlock is by and far the biggest threat. I will say that. That is accurate.
Yeah, that's
why I'm
not
thinking
a
like
question.
5-foot. Yeah.
Yeah. So what Cameron is going to do, see if I can think of the best way to sort of handle this one there. Because tactical charge on Cedo is not going to be useful right now. Out of the risk of that. Honestly, the problem with Cedo is just in the part where she's just gonna have to heal herself and brace to deal with what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically my plan at this point.
And Injir is gonna have to delay attacking, I guess. But well, anyways, Cameron's going to do the following. He is going to 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take your opportunity to attack elemental.
It will, because it has no reason not to.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wrong. That's the wrong page. There it is. Rawr. No, 7 will not hit you.
Yep. So that's step 1. Step 2, Cameron will pop. Let's see here. Should I do? No, I shouldn't do that quite yet. I still have a little. I'm only at 34, so I have a little bit of room for hit point wise because I have to do the least amount of damage out of that blazer. Cameron's going to start off with a. He will do a unbalancing foe shot against the Warlock. And this will allow Kalia to get a bonus to hit, assuming that I do.
You do hit?
I should have rolled with advantage, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, 22 will hit.
Right.
Nice.
Yeah. 11 piercing damage.
Ow.
Kalia gets a +3 to attacks against the Warlock.
Cool.
It is very bloodied.
Cameron will burn his action surge.
Okay.
And
oh, before you do Skitch, I actually have a reaction.
Got it. Do it.
From the Fire Newt. The Fire Newt will, as a reaction, cast Hellish Rebuke.
Yep.
Do it.
What does that do?
Well, hang on. Let me click the button. Boom. Point your finger. The target is damaged by you is momentarily surrounded by hellish flames. Make a dex save. Take 10 on a failed save, half as much on a successful one.
Does this count as an attack?
It's a
No, it's a
reaction.
It's a reaction.
It's not even an attack action. It's just a spell that just does damage.
Yep.
Well,
Right.
I think you made the save, so
Yep. So you
Well,
take.
still,
Wow. Okay. Take 2 fire damage.
Whatever. Where are those dice when
I
someone's getting attacked?
I guess I put a bit too much into that
The first spell.
scorching ray.
That was totally worth it.
This! Taste all the fire of my god.
Cameron just sort of like
Yeah, that
Points
was
of
yeah.
bonus.
Eric, you were correct. That was wholly worth a second level spell slot.
Yep.
I thought it was a good idea at the time.
I thought it was a good idea. Like you said, oh, this card of reaction. Now it's going to be Hellish Rebuke. This is going to suck. It sucked.
That was an accurate rip. Yeah. Wow. On top of
Mhm.
you saving, it rolled really badly. That's great. All right. Now,
and-
you may continue your turn. Sorry.
Yeah, and then Cameron will then follow up with a secondary shot against the newt. If this does drop the newt, it's going to be done non-lethally, and this will be done with a defensive command
Fair enough.
stats on top of it. That is
it will actually
no,
miss. Oh no, with
23,
advantage. 20, no, the 23 will hit.
yeah,
And
that's
10 will drop it. It is out of the fight.
yeah. Like Cameron does a shot in the shoulder and knocks the warlock down before just
I'll
saying
put-
to Kalia.
Yeah. I will put the
first-
excerpt, but it is not actually dead.
Yeah, before saying to Kalia. Yeah, Cito's in a really bad spot right now. Oh, last but not least, now bonus action, second wind. There we go.
There you go. Yes.
So Cameron just runs in and just does the.
Bang, bang, thud.
All right.
All right, so
That's Cameron's
he
turn.
walks in and double taps the warlock, basically. It's like,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay, so before Ingier moves, Cito is just going to call out to Ingier. Basically, go around and get this thing's attention. Basically, go stand here.
That could work. Here. All right. And now to get its attention,
Mm-hmm.
I can't attack it because because if I do, it'll explode.
But you can grapple it.
Can I
You
grapple
can't-
it? Yeah.
You could grapple it. Alternatively, you could prepare to attack once I leave its general area. You could ready an action to do so.
Well, here's the thing: if I grapple it, will it be able to do an attack against you?
Yes.
Grappling just immobilizes, basically.
But yeah, you can use your action to ready, and then as a reaction,
I
burn
could try to shove it and knock it prone.
I
And then
don't think
wouldn't be
that
able to do it.
again, the opportunity is that Cito just needs to get away from it before it explodes is kind of the thing.
By all means, prepare to kill it. I have a plan.
Okay.
Just ready an action to attack once I'm out of the way.
Jir has assumed the kung fu kick-ass pose.
Okay, and you're ready in action to attack. Once Cito is no longer within 10 feet of it.
Yes.
All right. Cito.
All right. First things first. Healing word.
Yep.
To no one's surprise.
I'm shocked. That's a
hell
good
yes.
roll. Damn.
That is an undo the last attack roll.
Nice. 8 healing points. Nice.
All right. And Cito is going to move away, provoking an attack.
It will take the opportunity attack because, of course, it will.
I would move further than that. You can.
That's more than 10 feet. That's 10 feet away, but yeah.
All right, 19 will hit you, I believe.
It will.
Doing
Yeah,
only
I've already-
4 fire damage this time.
Yeah, so net gain.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thumbs up.
So
And now...
Your injures the reaction now goes off.
Yep.
okay, so now I can do the attack.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
Bust him.
And Jir just starts going at it with the well, first I'll hit it with the
Well, you won't be able to do the flurry of blows because that's a bonus action on your turn.
Yeah.
okay, so did that
12 will actually hit.
All right.
Their
Yeah,
AC is
Old
crap.
rock him.
And I believe you can't help but drop it. So,
Yep.
yeah. So it goes down. I need a dex saving throw from you as it explodes.
This is my best.
Yep, you take half damage, so take 4 fire.
4. Yep, 4 fire.
Take 4 fire.
Boom! Oh no. Oh no!
All right then, and now for the rest of my plan. That did not actually display what it is I'm doing.
You're thunder waving, I'm guessing.
No, I'm using Gust of Wind.
Oh, okay.
I will repeat this because it's been a while since I've used this one.
Yes.
A line of strong wind, 60 feet long and 10 feet wide, blasts from you in a direction you choose for the spell's duration. Each creature that starts its turn in the line must succeed on a strength saving throw or be pushed 15 feet away from you in a direction following the line. Any creature in the line must spend 2 feet of movement for every 1 foot it moves when moving closer to you.
I'd hate to be that guy, but you can't cast 2 spells in the same turn unless they're
One of the cantrip.
one of them's a cantrip.
So that is a point. However, this is a racial trait. Does that make a difference?
I guess that's a GM ruling in this case.
That's a good question.
Yeah, because I don't think Jeremy Crawford answers that
No,
anywhere. Because
that's actually a really good question. Let me take a quick. Hang on a minute. Let me take a look at something.
All right, fair enough.
This is going to be a very. I normally would want just sort of do a very quick answer to that, but I want to take a look at something very quickly.
Incidentally, there's also a line here about the gust disperses gas or vapor and extinguishes candles, torches, and similar unprotected flames in the area. It causes protected flames, such as those of lanterns, to dance wildly and has a 50% chance to extinguish them.
All right.
I'm gonna be right back.
Where is... I'm trying to find the thing I'm looking for here. That's not where I'm looking. There we go. Hang on.
yeah, I have a feeling that Eric's reading might be the correct reading.
I think it is.
because-
It probably is, but I need to find the. Yeah, it is effectively a racial spell.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once you cast a spell with this trait, you can't cast that spell again. It is. You are spell casting.
So
That is unfortunate.
Yep.
All right.
I was just looking at it. Yeah, it is just these are spells that all merfolk of your type know.
Right.
All right. Ooh, we got some connection business going on with Wyrod on Roll20.
I'm not seeing it, but okay.
Well, that's unfortunate because I feel like that definitely was a good solution for how to deal with the problem of these exploding bastards.
It was, but I mean,
You can only do so much in your turn, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yep.
Kind of regretting healing myself.
I'm back.
all right. Is that it then for you, Cito?
You don't flop vicious mockery on the elemental to give it disadvantage on an attack it tries to make.
That sounds like a good plan in this moment.
Yeah, I like that one.
All right.
Wisdom
I
save.
took a little bit.
All right. Yep.
It's this jerk.
Yep. He takes 4 damage.
Well, yeah. Let's see what is, or does it just not get saving throw?
These do not get saving throws.
There you go. So it guarantees damage and disadvantage on the next attack it makes.
Nope.
So
This is how I'm sort of minionifying them.
yeah. Fair enough.
Fair enough.
All right, Glick, time for you to die.
All right. I guess we'll transfer the whatchamacallit onto this asshole.
Yep.
Directly in front of me.
Yeah, I figured it'd be that guy.
We'll fuck his con because why not?
Yep.
Stabby stab.
A 14 will not hit.
No.
It would have hit if you didn't.
You can use that inspiration if you're inclined.
True.
Do you
Yeah, why
hate
not?
things? Do you hate things?
I will use that inspiration.
All right, roll the d6.
Oh no! I'm sorry. It's roll a d6, not re-roll the thing.
That 23 would be mighty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A 2. That brings you up to 16, which will hit.
Excellent.
Hooray.
8 plus another d6.
Subpar.
So I do 7. Yeah.
He is bloodied.
And 1, 2. Bonus action disengage because I'm a goblin.
Fair. Whoop, 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 whoop.
What are you doing over here, Glicks?
Running? That hurt.
I have a problem with this strategy.
It's gonna hurt more when I beat the shit out of you for running over here, you coward.
There goes the
My
soldier.
name is Good Shivshank. Have we met?
Where's the soldier going to go?
It's a good question.
I know where the soldier's going to go. Doop, doop, doop. Get back here!
just chasing him around Cameron.
You dumb idiot.
The Three Stooges sound effects are even more appropriate now.
All right, everybody.
Both attacks miss, but
I'll leave you two lovers to your tryst. Anyways,
the Fire Warlock is dead. Kalia.
I will slide my hunter's mark over onto the elemental that is already touching me,
Uh-huh.
and I will proceed to beat its ass. So, here we go. Wata. 14.
That will hit.
Nice. For 8 damage plus 4 damage, a total of 12.
That will drop it.
Nice. Oh wait.
And now it will explode.
oh wow! So it's gonna hit the soldier and the other elemental.
Well, the other elemental is immune to fire damage.
I was
No,
going to
sorry.
say, I don't think it'll be a problem.
The soldier will be hit, though, yes. So, it explodes. Where's my button?
Well, there's a consolation. That means it automatically fails the save because they're asleep.
Yep.
Speaking of which, I fail my save.
So, 8 fire damage.
Okay.
And damage resistance is halves the damage, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
My damage resistance
That
applies
sounds-
to weapon attacks.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm talking about the
probably
soldiers.
I think
they have resistance to
general
fire.
resistance is half, yes.
Yeah, the resistance is halved.
They have resistance to
Oh,
fire.
okay.
Because.
Yeah, that tracks.
They were-
Right, so it
they
takes
were
only 4
funky
damage.
Oven mitts. Yeah,
Elemental resistance, yes. So
and then concentration kicks in after that.
And he is no longer asleep. Ah!
The dreaded
Do
concentration.
they start off
effect.
prone because they're on the floor?
Yes, they are.
Yes. So I'll take him.
Oh, yeah, no, he has to stand
half
up
their
and
movement
just...
to stand back
No,
up.
no, it is not ideal, but it is something.
Yeah.
All right, that is it for
me.
Kalia. I believe
You
all the
can move
elementals are
action
dead.
Kalia
Nope,
still.
there's one left.
Wait, I actually have to do a concentration to maintain Hunter's Mark.
Oh, you
Hang
do.
on.
Also, Kalia still has the rest of her turn to actually move.
That's
at
true,
this
yeah.
point. So that was
This
just
is
bonus
a
action.
this is a Constitution. Is that correct?
Yes.
Correct. Constitution save
And DC 10.
versus 10. Oh,
Hunter's
All
Mark
right,
goes
I
away.
lose Hunter's Mark. That's fine.
But you may now move.
Nah.
Yes.
All right. Well, in that case, it is
Actually, just in case. Yeah.
fair. The elemental will. It was thinking about going after Sito, but there is a much larger, angrier presence near it. Also, actually, yeah, no. On plus, it knows exactly what and who and what you. It knows exactly what you are, Kalia, and it does not like you.
Sorry.
You got fans, Kalia.
You're a paladin of Mortis, and Mortis betrayed.
It's not
it
into
now.
blondes. It's just not into blondes.
I'm getting it now. Okay.
Burn!
There's-
No.
Well, that's a touch attack, or is that just its flame touch?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just a
It's a
It's
touch
just an
attack.
attack. Don't worry about old terminology.
Okay,
touch.
I grab it. I grab its flaming hand in mine. But no,
Aw, that's cute. You're holding hands.
Ah!
now. Got it.
Uh-oh.
it's not going to like that very long, though.
Uh-oh. Cameron.
Hey, you want a free attack against me? 1,
Yeah, sure, it'll
2,
take it.
3,
I mean,
4, 5, 6.
since Glix is just going to disengage, it'll take it. It'll take the free attack.
Yeah.
Hey.
It misses. A 7 will not come
As
close to hitting.
expected. All right, so now that the elemental is sort of pincered in here, Cameron is going to try to subdue the soldier that is right there.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, he'll do that. He'll just focus on subduing the soldier there.
Sure.
He will slap. I don't know which benefit I want to distribute here. We'll just do the. I don't know. We'll do defensive command on Kalia. So if
Sure.
Cameron hits, then Kalia gets a defensive bonus. Do I get advantage for it to being prone adjacent to me, or do I
Sure.
have disadvantage?
Sure.
Okay. All right. I rolled an 8 in either case, so I miss.
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That does miss.
All right. So that's and Cameron just positions himself this way to provide further insulation
Sure.
for Sito. All right. Next up.
Injure.
Okay. So I think the best move here would just be here. Make sure it can't get out.
Yeah,
Well-
fair.
I am going to point out that I am inclined to just do the wind blast thing anyway, so that we can get the bomb bastard away from people that we care about, and away from the sleeping jerk, because I don't really care for them to wake up also.
Well, I could go over here and they got the soldier.
Yeah, that's probably the thing to do.
Do what you want to do.
Injured moves around everybody there. And he starts to unload his Kung Fu genius.
Genius.
Yes.
Is that what we're calling
genius.
it these days?
So that's 9.
Punch. 9 damage, huh? That'll drop him.
All right. Just bludgeon him down.
Bonk.
All right, and then anything else I can really do is a bonus action.
You can flurry blows to another
Flurry blows
target.
to the other
Oh,
elemental.
Well, it just says 2 unarmed strikes.
It will wake up the soldier with the blast and hit 3 of you with the blast. I don't particularly
you kill
recommend
it.
it.
I don't think. How much health does it have right now? It's
Their life max seems to be 10. This thing took 4, so it's got 6 health. I would not risk it.
I
don't need to flurry of blows it. I could just use my regular 1 extra attack, and that would get it lower.
I mean, if you do 6 or more damage, it explodes with 3 of you near it.
Yeah.
I am not that worried, honestly.
Yeah. Same.
I mean, 1d4 plus 4.
I mean, I'm way over in the corner, so I'm fine.
No one asked you, but okay.
So we'll just do.
Yeah, that
Of
hits.
course, that hits,
That explodes it.
and it explodes it.
It dies.
We all eat it.
Here we go. Ah! Hey, I saved this time.
All right. Give me your deck saves. So you
We
take
all
3,
take 3.
and he takes 6.
Well, he takes 3 because he has resistance.
Because he has resistance.
Oh, you're right. Sorry. So that takes back 10. I forgot. Right. Oh yeah, right. Resistance. Right. There was a plan for this encounter.
Mm-hmm.
Now they weren't supposed to be asleep per se.
That's just a nice unexpected benefit.
Well, no, it wasn't. It wasn't unexpected. I was like, if they fall asleep, the guys exploding might wake them up. It'll be cool.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it'd be a nice. I thought it'd be a nice layered combination of things.
I mean, it was. It's just that it didn't kick in until a bit late.
Yeah.
so-
Well, yeah. You guys did kind of focus down the Fire Warlock very quickly, which I'm not surprised by. It just.
After what happened the first.
Yeah, he kind of had to. They kind of had to go.
Yep.
All right. That is it for that. Cito, you're up.
Okay. I am not wasting a sleep spell on this one, jackass.
No. Throw your flaming No, hang on.
No.
You got your gun.
You can
so-
shoot it.
Yeah, that's basically the option in the
Bang,
moment.
bang.
So, yeah, Cito will. I can't quite tell how full the health bar is because like the color of the health bar and the carpet are really close to my
Yeah,
eyes.
it's at about 2/3. Yeah.
Okay. All right, so the one over there in Glicksville was actually in worse shape.
Mhm.
I think they're almost. Yeah, he is in worse shape. Yes.
All right, Cito's gonna shoot at this one.
Okay. Bang bang. Yeah.
Ooh, I think I got him.
You did in fact.
Hooray!
You would've
Cito
taken out
lines up the
either one
shot,
of them
pulls
with
the
that much
trigger,
damage.
and bang! Thud. Looks no longer has
Alright.
anybody to worry about.
All right, Glix of Ink.
All right, let's slide that over onto the last soldier there.
And Cito steps out the door.
If they get the bright idea to charge me, they're gonna have to earn it.
Fair.
I think you can close the door
Wait,
as a
it's
free
like-
action.
Blix, aren't
can
you
get
supposed
over
to
here.
flank Kalia to attack her now? Since now you being no, just kidding.
Yeah,
Can't get a flank, unfortunately.
not quite fast enough.
No. I'm
What?
saying flanking Kalia, since you're part of the church now, and
Oh, that's true. Oh, damn, that's not quite a crit, but it was close.
Not quit. No.
No, but that definitely hits.
9 plus another d6.
That extra
Ah,
d6. That extra any result will drop him.
All right, cool.
I had far more confidence in taking out the other guy than this one because I knew that Glix would hit way harder than me.
Well, it turns
You
out that
actually did-
that 10 damage would have dropped this one too.
Yeah, that's what.
Okay.
Like,
It
yeah,
turns out,
you did
but-
exactly enough damage to take out either one of them.
The other one was at 7. This one was at 10. But you have defeated the baddies. Hooray!
All right.
Cameron just sort of takes a moment to rub his forehead.
Jira's just covered in soot like a cartoon.
He goes over to the Warlock to just kneel down by them and just take a look over them.
It is badly beaten up and currently unconscious, but it is breathing still since you chose to take it alive.
I'm going outside to cool down.
Fair.
Wait a second, I just realized something.
Ah, cute. Some fog
Do I
seeps
s-
into the room.
Nice and cool.
So this is a detail that I may just not recall because it's been a while since our last session.
That's fair.
Do I still have the AI component?
No, that had to stay
Uh,
behind.
Okay.
That would not function outside the temple.
Okay.
Cameron's just sort of checking over the Warlock to see if they have any particular relics or other items of note on them.
They well, they've got their wand, which is no longer looks like it's a flame. It is wearing it is wearing a symbol of Pyros around its neck, which is it's sort of a enameled. It looks like it's sort of some sort of a red enameled sort of. It's red. It's sort of metal that's been tinted reddish with a sort of small ruby, small actually garnet, well cut garnet, sort of set into it as a thing. It's sort of,
I take it that
it's sort of stylized representation of Pyros's head with the red gem being the eye.
And the vintage of it appears to be.
Oh,
old.
it looks it looks old. Honestly, it looks it looks well cared for, but old.
Yeah. Cameron just sort of gestures over the Kalia when she has a chance.
I believe I'll tie up the sorcerer and then join him.
Oh yeah. Just sort of like talk, just kind of showing just the relics and thinking. I was like, all right, well, this sort of leads to the way they're acting. Pyros is alive, whether that is due to being brought back or whether that's just.
Oh, maybe they're worshiping like the whole god ghost thing. Like that's not impossible.
Right. But
And I'm just saying the literature has some pretty interesting stuff in here.
He's found this. He's found the gift bag that they give to the Dune doctrines.
Yeah. Glix, there's two problems. That one, I thought you were illiterate. Secondarily, I think you're holding that pamphlet upside down.
Well, it makes more sense if you hold it upside down. And I'm not illiterate. I just can't read.
Yeah, I was just sort of like. So we've been like this. This is just. If you want to, we can try to get more information out of this one here. Not only about like what's going. They took particular offense at even the suggestion that Pyrus is dead. Whether that is due to, I don't know, self-delusion or fact of the matter.
I mean, probably delusion. Yeah, that's one thing I've noticed about like a lot of them religious folks. They tend to be a bit crazy. Present company accepted. She scares me.
But I mean, Kalia, I'm going. I mean, the other you felt it too when we arrived in here, right? On this campus.
There is still some form of presence here.
Yeah.
Yes, there is actually.
And more distinct even than when we went into the ruins of the. Oh shoot! I forget what the name of the crafting god that we went to was.
I was the god of the dead one.
Yeah, the dead one.
The god of Earth. We didn't actually name it actually.
Yeah. But like even the presence here is more refined, pronounced, actual, as opposed to
actually.
lingering.
There's definitely something wrong about it, but it's definitely different. Yes.
Yeah. And that leads me to believe that it's not just delusion.
And there is something that is granting them some form of divine favor, it would appear.
Indeed.
I'm assuming that at this point we will have taken a short rest, by the way.
Oh yeah, totally. You got.
Oh yeah, we.
Yep.
Well, this is also Cameron just sort of looked at Kali and it's like, and I guess we are to take care of, well, something here in response to all that, right?
I got my 9 hit points back.
I've had a theory since our conflict began that perhaps the reason for the alliance of Mortis and Terra may dwell here in
Mhm.
some form. But perhaps the mage could offer us some form of insight into that matter.
Possibly.
I mean, I'm
also-
just gonna say, like, you can pull magic out of the weirdest shit. Like, just gotta find something that's willing to make a deal.
Cameron then just thinks for a moment. That's another possibility, I guess. Could be some other entity that is merely putting on the facade of being Pyros. But I don't know much about that.
Oh, yeah, it could be something tricksy, like a demon
Or an
or a
elf.
fairy.
An elf drug dealer, possibly. That's an option.
Yeah.
But
These guys are perfect at
Cameron's like-
lying.
Cameron then looks at Kalia and then says, if you want, we can try to negotiate. We can try to interrogate or draw what we can out of this one here, or we can simply continue to explore the facilities here.
I mean, we got him. We might as well ask him questions.
Indeed.
Well, I will pull up whatever notes I have of Pyros just in case.
Okay.
Try to find anything about that.
You
when
wish to
we're
wake him up,
talking.
then, I take it.
Yeah.
Okay,
We'll wake them up.
Yeah, you wake them up. Ha, oh, ha.
Hey, hot stuff.
What?
You're
Oh, blasphemers, right.
you. Set aside the
Herod.
blasphemy for now. Listen, I'm not less of a blasphemer, and it's just more that Pyros didn't come to my birthday party when I invited them. The
What?
others definitely showed up here. I'll even let's see here. You've got like this little picture. You can see that? Yeah. Okay. That's me with one of the other ones there. But that's less important. So I guess the more important thing is that Pyros is alive.
Can you
In
not
here?
feel his presence in this this glorious temple to his being?
Yes. This college campus. Yes, I can definitely feel his presence for sure. And that's what's kind of confusing me is sort of the thing.
Why? He exists here. He grants me power. He exists. Obvious.
Where is his offices? Can I book an appointment? Are you the person that I talked to?
A
to
god
get an
needs no
appointment?
office. What are you talking about?
So where does he reside?
Where he wishes to.
That's
I had another cousin like that.
This is the issue with faculty members. They never post their schedules properly. Okay. Cameron just sort of says,
Letting a little out over there.
Cameron then will just sort of look to the Warlock.
If you
and
wish
say,
to see proof of his existence, Pyros is here and alive and is not dead the way you blasphemers speak. Head to the vault. You will see proof there yourself.
The vault sounds good. All right.
Yeah, why don't you tell us about this vault? What's in the vault?
Proof that Pyros is still alive.
Yes.
Tito comes back in. Oh,
Okay,
exciting.
but beyond like the spiritual enrichment, what about physical enrichment?
Here's the point. Once we're in the vault, we can see with our eyes what's in there.
I believe a more pertinent question would be, does this vault require a key?
It is.
And
it is,
does
no,
our
it is open
enterprise-
currently.
Oh, that simplifies matters.
So here's my question. How
It does
long
not-
have... Yeah, go ahead.
Why is the vault currently open?
Because Pyros wishes it to be open. Why else?
So how long have you all been here for?
I've been here serving my Lord Pyros as a devotee for the past 3 years.
3 years.
Yes.
3 years. So, there were
And
people here before you.
Yes, some, many. They come, they go, they spread the word.
So there are others within this facility, like yourself.
At the moment, no. They're out and about spreading the word, or working on repairing statues to his glory, or fixing buildings and such. I don't know where everybody is.
Just make sure. just make sure you empty out the. Make sure.
Hold on.
What?
Hold on.
He seems to be telling the truth, actually, Kalia.
Cameron will quip. Just make sure to stay along to not really deal with the vending machines if there are any still in the dorms. Chances are things are expired in those machines. Just a hunch.
You're no fun.
No, he actually
Well,
does seem to be a little bit perturbed by the fact that he's the only one left here at the moment.
Why are you here then?
I was assigned to watch over the place and make sure that things things were tidy and such.
And was it Pyros himself who directly spoke to you and gave you this command?
Well, no, that was the head of our order.
Interesting.
He said he told me to stay and keep an eye on place while he went out to spread the word. And the others were working on the buildings.
And when would this head of the order be due to return?
Not for at least a couple of weeks.
So he left recently then?
Yes, 2 days ago.
To the volcano, I assume?
He said he was off to spread the word of Pyros to a somewhat nearby village off to the north, off to the east.
Which is beyond where we've been.
Yes.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Right.
So
Off to the northeast.
Wouldn't that slam them straight through undead territory?
No, because you've gone north.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, they're off to the south.
They also got their flamethrower, things, so they could just mow down.
I mean,
if anything, that'd be part of the recruitment. It's like, hey, see all these undead? Watch this. Boom. That's right. They're fucking dead because fire's cool. Join today and get save 20% of your first tithing.
Clicks, get out of line. Get out of line now. Come on, get back over here.
Save 20% of your first tithing with their link and promo code below.
I like that the flamethrower results in boom rather than whoosh. That tells me it was left in 80s mode.
Yeah,
no. What it does is it shoots out flames and plants explosives on its targets.
Nice.
Which the fire then sets off.
The late 80s mode.
Are we certain this wasn't built by orcs? It sounds like it was built by orcs.
No, they're called flamethrowers, right? They just do things to make you look cooler. But Cameron just sort of like takes an observations and he's like, okay, I got some notes about Pyros from back in my day. Do you mind if I just list these off and let's see if these match up with how he's like? And then Cameron's just going to pull up his index card of like fun facts about Pyros and just start listing them off. And I'm just sort of just doing. Do you want me to roll a history check to see like how well I'm able to recall this?
History check would be great.
Yeah. Oh shit! That was only a 6.
Yeah. Well, most of so there are enough facts that there's definitely something whatever whatever it is that they've been interacting with, definitely has some elements in common with Pyros.
Yeah.
But there's definitely some things that are either missing or slightly wrong, but mostly missing.
Mostly, yeah. The problem is, it's like, they don't know what type of 8 tracks Pyros listens to. Because
also, they've never... While there's a lot about it that's very clearly accurate, the one thing that seems very odd is that Pyros has never physically manifested, which seems odd to you, Sketch. Cameron, the deities of your era definitely walked the earth and definitely did manifest more often, and Pyros was particularly fond of doing so. That again was not big into remote sending of divine guidance. Or if he wanted to give divine guidance, he'd manifest and tell you, "Okay, listen up, chuckleheads."
Yeah, basically to make a Magic the Gathering reference, I think
a lot. Actually,
I think you'll get Peter. He has very much like a Rakdos type vibe,
yes.
of just showing up like, "What's up, motherfuckers? It's your boy Pyros here." What's just shows up? What's cracking, motherfuckers?
As I said, so listen here, Chuckleheads. Here's what's going to happen.
Yeah. So
Yes, sir, Pyro, sir.
So I'm going to guess that the main sort of glean here is like the physical descriptions of.
Oh, he has no. All his physical descriptions goes off of iconography.
Statues. Yeah, the iconography.
So which is never entirely completely accurate because.
Yeah.
Why would you make a completely accurate statue of a god? That just seems wrong.
That just seems you got to embellish something, you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But like Cameron's just like interesting. All right. Well, if you don't mind, we're going to pay Pyros a visit. You just stay comfortable here for now, and we'll be right back.
All right. So you're heading to the vault.
After these
Oh,
messages.
sorry. I was having Nick.
Before we go off, Kalia is just going to hunch down in front of the salamander.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just going to kind of pull out her holy symbol.
Betrayer. False speaker.
What do you mean by that?
Mortis is one of the two betrayers. They turned on the others. Its name is Dirt.
On the other gods.
Yes.
You have stories about this, do you?
It is what Pyros has said, over and over again. Do not trust Mortis. Do not trust Terra. They are betrayers.
And Pyros has spoken these things to you.
Yes, I've heard in my mind multiple times.
He has spoken to me as well. Do you doubt me?
If he did, it was threats.
Entirely likely. Guy is going to look around at the place.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a bunch of soldiers and the elementals that were here, and then there's just some religious iconography and stuff.
Though it's not. There's not much religious iconography here, actually.
It's academic. It's academic iconography.
Yeah,
right.
It's been repurposed into a temple. Yes, yeah. Because for some reason there's something resembling a presence of Pyros here.
All right. I think we'll just leave him tied up then.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm okay with that.
Kalia's just thinking about it, and she's going to I mean, if we just kind of broke into this guy's place, and I don't know if I don't know enough about the situation to know if that there's some sort of holy edict that says I got to kill everyone. So I don't really see a whole reason to. I don't really see any reason to it. So
all right, you guys are going to head to the vault, then I take it.
Yes.
All right.
On the way to the vault, Cameron is going to have a small aside with Kalia again. Just be like, huh. Betrayer, huh?
Who knows? It was such a long time ago that I'm sure that emotions will have colored the truth in some form or another.
Perhaps. So given what's happened, I wouldn't be surprised if at least some of the gods of my time felt that way about what happened, depending on what actually happened.
Well,
I still don't entirely know.
There was a holy war, and the losers feel a certain way about the way that they lost it. I do not know anything about why the gods came into conflict. All I know is the way things are now.
And as with many things, it's the winners that write history, whether or not their depiction is actually accurate. Let's see what this presence has to say, if anything.
Yeah, I guess while we've been in here, has there been like anything else other than the initial, rush that we felt of like, hey, you should worship Pyros and that.
Paris is super awesome. You should
Pyros
go...
is great. You know what you can do with fire? Bake cookies. We've got those. Come join us.
You can also burn undead to the ground.
Ooh, cookies.
You can set your foes aflame.
Of the smoldering.
Reply yes to get hot cooking tips from Pyros every day. Texting messaging fees may apply.
No, it's more like it starts playing like ceaseless whispers. Like, have you experienced the smoldering desire of Pyros?
You wouldn't get that as a text ad though. That is a very different.
Hot single gods want to meet you now.
All right.
Some gods in your area.
All right. Yeah. Let's
All right.
break into that open
Oh,
vault.
jeez, that's opening up a line of thinking, and I'm just like, no.
All right. You arrive at the vault. The door is not actually closed,
Right.
Yeah.
but there is a door there.
Okay.
It is open.
I will.
This is described as so you guys can walk in.
I'm going to take out my axe and shield, and I'm going to walk in.
That's fair. All right. So what you see in there is a large hexagonal room. There's what looks like a magic circle on the floor with smaller ones around it, 6 of them. There's several tables. There's a statue in each corner. And directly ahead of you, on a raised platform with stairs up to it, is what is very clearly a gate.
Hmm. Are we talking a full-sized one or one of those miniature varieties?
Sort of in between,
that we ran
actually.
into in Water Dude's place.
Sort of in between.
Medium. Okay.
It is not currently on, but it looks like it is in perfect condition.
I
Oh,
see.
geez, I forgot like the best salutation to use when greeting Pyros. Shit. No. Old Smoldy is not the right one.
Old Smoldy.
That's not the right one to
Golden
use.
Smoldy.
That's the term for a spicy cheeseburger that a restaurant would sell.
Yes.
Sink your teeth into an old Smoldy. Only it's like,
I want an old Smoldy now. Please give me an old Smoldy.
but
Holy Smoldy.
Cameron's just sort of like, yeah, this weird.
So, you think we can turn on the gate and get out of here?
There's a possibility for sure, but I mean,
That definitely has Cito's attention, and she's looking about the room.
But yes, there are, by the way, a whole bunch of. There are also the 4 tables on the walls, that all of which seem to have text and such on them.
Have what and such on them?
Books.
I'm sorry, Peter, I didn't hear that.
Books.
Books. Okay.
Books. Okay. Yeah. Getting some connection stuff going
okay.
on.
Cameron's just sort of like, okay, well, irrespective of whether we want to exit out here, I mean, Cameron's trying to get a feel for the space as he walks towards this desk.
Sure.
And trying to get a feel of like the presence of Pyros.
Yeah, there's definitely the presence feels stronger in here than it did upstairs. By the way, Glix.
Yeah.
Give me another saving throw.
Making that. What is it? Wisdom?
Wisdom, yep.
Making that wisdom save and throw.
All right.
Jesus Christ.
Hey,
all right.
It's like Glix, keep an eye on my back while I turn away from you.
All right, Glix.
Yeah.
You are very much. You're definitely feeling like coming around to Pyros' point of view. Also, yeah, Mortis, Terra, bastards. They're awful. I mean, even for gods, they suck.
I mean,
they're betrayers.
Yeah,
they betrayed the covenant.
They went and turned their backs on our friends. That's not what you're supposed to do.
Yep.
Kalia clearly needs to work on this.
All right. Let's. Okay, Cameron looks over some of the books.
I don't know what her problem is.
And Kalia
No,
seems
no.
stand up if scary. Like, don't know why she'd worship such a prick. Hey, this statue is cool. Does it have anything in its pockets?
No.
More importantly, is it going to get up and start smashing us?
It does not seem to be ambulatory.
All right. Cameron just
At the
looks
moment,
over
at least.
looks over on the books on the desk and is just going to leaf through them really quickly, just kind of see.
Yep.
Kind of.
By the way,
date
the books
them.
are more of the sort you're used to, Cameron.
Yeah. Okay. So looking over them, it's just like, wow, this is pretty interesting. I wonder
right.
where the last records are in this room.
Okay. Yes, Cito.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a perception check.
Mm-hmm.
12. That's good
Oh.
enough. On the ground in front of the gate, there is what looks like a rectangular crystal, sort of what looks like almost like a sheet of paper, but it seems to be made of crystal, like lying on the ground. It looks like it has text carved in it.
Is that like embedded in the floor, or is it lying atop?
It's lying on top of the floor. You can pick it
Okay,
up easily.
so I can pick it up.
Yep.
All right, and Cedar will do so.
All right. You pick it up. Give me a best of your mental stats save.
Nice.
All right. Good. Excellent.
My ego is
Yes. So
unimpeachable.
all right. So
Yeah.
here's what happens. One, you are flooded with just basically you are staggered backwards as a flood of information flows into your mind as you pick
Oh
up this.
boy.
You are assaulted by a wave of knowledge.
Very effective
That
text.
That is, this is how school should work.
Yeah, well, sort
Hey,
of.
be careful! Don't drop that. It's like part of their their holy
No,
relics. and shit.
actually, yes.
Cito gets off the bench and is like, I know history.
Sort of, but no. You've just had a
That'd
bunch
be really
of...
funny if I got skill training in
let me
history as a
finish.
result.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
You're saying the saving throw means that you are not like knocked senseless by this and fall over.
Mhm.
You have just had a bunch of knowledge jump in your head, and you do not understand all of it at the moment.
Right.
Is too much, especially all at once. You have the worst headache you have ever had.
Ugh. On the one hand, this sucks. On the other hand, this is amazing.
Okay, I'm going to type something to you, Cito, that
Yep.
so this is the one bit of information you have picked up.
Okay.
Sorry, there are two bits of information. One I'm going to say out loud because you just all of a sudden have a understanding of, like, you've basically you have sort of an instinctual an instinctual knowledge and understanding of sort of the type of magic that the gates use.
Ooh.
Goals.
Yes, actually. You also know something else a little bit that I'm going to type to you because I don't want to say this out loud at the moment.
Gotcha.
Also, I'm going to say this flatly. You understand this, but you don't know how to articulate. You literally, like, even if you know the words personally, like you in character, you don't know how to.
I'm not going to
articulate.
be able to explain it.
Yes.
Gotcha. Yeah, despite this, causing such a headache, Cito does not want to let go. She might have a comprehension of what Glix has been on about this whole mushroom thing in this moment.
So, guys, should we be rooting around in here? This is like a God's Vault kind of deal, isn't it?
This is a school's vault.
Okay, but the God kind of claimed it, right? Like this Pyros guy.
Speaking of which, actually, The big old circle on the floor. There's circles that are orange and look kind of flamey. Is that new or has that been here for a while? Does it look like?
No, they've been here for a while.
Okay.
Just saying, we should probably be respectful.
The only way I can show respect is by understanding what's happened, Clicks.
All right.
So that's
Enjoy that knowledge
one
word.
Oh, I will.
Actually going to go over here.
Like I'm trying to figure out when the records stop across these tables.
I'll get to that in a second.
I'm going to actually I'm not going to do it right there. I'm going to do it right here because that's a statue, so that'll be fine. And I'm going to. All right. This might be a dumb idea, but if this works, it'd be kind of cool. But it'll seem kind of random if it doesn't. So, Kalia is going to take out a torch, and let's say for convenience' sake, she puts it into the hand of the statue in front of her.
Okay.
And then she's going to light the torch.
Okay.
And she's going to start peering into its flame.
Interesting. All right. You can give me a religion roll if you'd like.
Cool.
With advantage also.
Oh, sweet.
Roll to incite religious experience.
Basically. 22. Wait, that's not my rolls. So I'm sorry. It popped up way after I thought that. 12.
12, yes.
I'm disappointed now. Oh.
Well, the 12... Okay, so as you stare into it, you hear actually... I need to do one thing before before I do anything else. All right. Kalia's there. All right. Wrong map. Sorry. I'm just setting something up for what I need to do in a second here. And okay. Oh, wrong map. Damn it. I didn't move to the right map. There we go. All right. All right, so I'm now set up for what's going to happen here. All right, so I will get to what's going to happen there with you in a second, Kalia. Cameron, you were asking about, you're looking sort of when the dates on things sort of end.
Yeah.
About the dates on the records here and the records you're looking through end about 150 years after you last remember.
Okay, and he's just going to try to jot down. I guess the other question then would be, is there any particularly interesting notes in those last few entries about the general state of affairs?
For that matter, is it up the same time frame as when the books that Idjir has kind of like peter out?
Yeah. Well, the problem is you don't recognize the dates per se.
Yeah, different calendar and everything.
Yeah, and the books in here are the same mechanism as Cameron's notebook. I'm assuming is what you're saying, Peter, right?
Oh yeah, no, the dates matches up with yours, yes.
17 BC. Well, what's C?
It's a language. I don't know, but like before,
17 before Cameron.
Yes. I guess these paper-bound books, Peter, or are they like prism books, like what Cameron has?
Like yours.
Okay, so yeah, Cameron's just sort of like, we kind of jot things along there, but we don't need to delve this too deeply right now. But like, I feel that there's just like
There are some
there might
important
be-
notes there. You do notice that there is one of the things that they talk about is they have made. It looks like the academics here made a breakthrough on understanding how the gates work. It is not listed in this book at the moment.
Yeah,
The
so Cameron's
books
just
you're
sort of
looking at
saying
don't
that,
list
like,
anything about that, but like they're very excited about they figured out how the gates work. As
Right.
you scroll further in, you notice that it's beginning to get to like there definitely seems to be tinges of like, okay, we figured out like how the gates work. Oh, we're figuring out maybe how they were built. Oh dear.
Yeah.
Oh, that might not be the best thing to have figured out.
Yeah. So basically, it's sort of like
There are
Cameron's
definite
just sort of-
concerns and worries about their study of the gates.
Yeah. Cameron just sort of looks through this and is muttering a little bit. And it's like,
All right. As you're doing that, Injure, you're sort of having scanned having looked at Cameron's notes and Cameron having been around Cameron enough. You understand how these books work, and you're able to piece together enough of the information in the thing you're looking at that there's definitely the books are largely about research into gates and such, into the gates largely. That seems to be a large focus of what was done at this academy actually, which is very much something that the current set of gods is very much against. Kalia. As you stare into the flames, you hear a voice in your head eventually, which is literally just 2 words. It comes. Sorry, 3 words. Beware.
Is the voice in any way familiar to Kalia?
Yes. You don't know exactly from where, but you do recognize it for some reason. It is a word. It is a voice both unsettling and yet comforting for you. I'll let you add 2 and 2 and see what you get. But
Okay, then. Kalia will nod to herself and she'll extinguish the torch.
Yep. Sito, you notice that the crystal in your hand is starting to get very hot.
We need to go.
The room is getting hot. The door slams shut.
Uh-oh.
The flame erupts from each of the little circles around the main circle.
Yeah!
And in 4 of them, small winged entities appear. And in the middle, a large vaguely serpentine being sort of partially made of flame erupts out of the ground. But there seems to be almost like a presence around it that seems to be reminiscent of you get, despite the fact it's not what you see, you get the impression of a large, gigantic humanoid that is a cyclops. And I'm going to bring you to the...
My boy!
It screams in madness and rage and says, "Destroy the unbelievers." And that's where we're going to leave off for the week. But I wanted you guys to see
Hey, I'm a believer now. I keep on failing my wisdom saves.
Just as a point of record, as it begins to feel hot, Sito is going to store the crystal in her inventory.
Okay. I will remember that.
Just jam it in a bag or something.
Yes.
Basically,
but
yeah.
yes, there is a large serpentine, reptilian serpentine. It's a salamander. From the elemental type. Combination unit. It's wielding a large flaming sword.
As they do, because
Yep.
they're jerks.
Yes. And that is where we're going to end the session.
Hooray!
Yes. Kalia. Yeah. So yeah, I will go into more about what's going on here next time. But yeah, because we definitely do not have time for the fight.
Right.
You do not.
So thank you, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed the session. Sito has picked up some knowledge that she may or may not want to. I don't know how we want to handle that going forward, but that was something I wanted to drop to Word directly. So
Right. Yep.
But yeah, that is it for this time, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you're watching YouTube and enjoyed, we're back. We'll be back hopefully next week, I think. But yeah, that's going to do it for this week. If you're watching us on YouTube, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, etc. You'll know when the next episode goes live. And that's going to do it for this week. Thank you for watching, everybody, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.